So the Lakers take on a team that they have owned in Los Angeles, taking 18 of 19. And what's it going to be tonight with this lineup for the Memphis Grizzlies? Shane Battier, Eddie Jones down low, along with Pau Gasol. A couple of small forwards there. And then Mike Miller gets to start in the backcourt with Damon Stoudemire. It's almost like they've got three small forwards when you consider Mike Miller. And Mike Fratello, if you don't play defense, you don't play for Fratello. Just ask the guys that used to coach in Cleveland. Coach of the month in the West last January when he got him to play defense. And man, did they turn it on for him in the second half of the season. Lamar, Devin, and Chris, along with Kobe and Smush in the backcourt. And I like what Phil Jackson said regarding that last play for the Lakers. He goes, it was a sudden case of dyslexia. Final play for the Lakers. He's got a positive spin on everything. That it was just a momentary lapse. Now, it's behind them. They're living in the present. And Chris Mihm controls the tip. So the Lakers start with the basketball, and we'll begin the fourth with it. Now, how about an easy night, please?
That last game, obviously, it does leave a bitter taste in your mouth. But the beauty of the NBA is you get to come back, get right back to work, and try to erase that. And Chris Mihm starts them off on a positive note.
Soft touch. Chris Mihm averaging 10 points, 7 boards per game. Gets the Lakers the early lead. Stoudemire overplay him to his left. He can take care of that. Now, Eddie Jones inside. Have we seen that before? Way too many layups given up by the Lakers over the last 2 games.
Well, a simple curl that time, and the help situation wasn't there in time, so he gets an easy hoop. But the Lakers have to limit the number of layups that they give in half-court set.
Smush for 3. Strong start. Lakers lead it 5-2. Who would have believed that Smush this deep in would still be shooting better than 40% from three-point range?
Well, he's one of the only ones.
Right. They're not real strong about it. Glad you said it. You can get away with murder, not me. Stoudemire answers at the opposite end with a baseline jumper. 5-4 Lakers. You're right, though. The Lakers have not been a good team from beyond the arc. They've taken way too many threes lately. In fact, the Lakers are 24. As Kobe had it knocked away, but the foul is going to be on Eddie Jones. Kobe really frustrated Eddie, Stu, in the last one in Memphis.
Kobe has a way of frustrating just about any defender. He's just an offensive machine. That's the Dallas Mavericks the last time they were here on December the 20th when Kobe had 62 points in the game, and it was in 3 quarters. Didn't play in the 4th quarter. That just blows my mind.
Blows a lot of people away. Still to this day, 6-4. The Lakers by 2, as we're not even 90 seconds in. Now, if you can get to 95 to 100, you should be able to beat this team. They average only 90. They're not a real offensive powerhouse. But they are number 1 defensively in the NBA. Give them only 86 a contest.
You get to 99 or 100, you better hold them under 99 or 100.
Yeah, or you got issues. Lakers lead it 7-4.
Boy, Smush could have asked for an E-ticket for that ride on the back of Shane Battier.
Gasol coming off a good game against the Utah Jazz.
There's the guy the Lakers have to keep under control.
Eddie Jones, good look, and he capitalizes. So they moved it, they rotated it, and it's all even at 7. Eddie Jones has 5 in the first 7, inside and outside. Both teams hot to start. Haven't missed yet. Chris Mihm held up. 0-2 on Eddie Jones. And Bill Kennedy gives it to Eddie. Look out.
That's definitely Eddie. I don't know how they could give it to anybody else.
Huge blow.
I mean, you're talking about less than 2 minutes into the game. Over the top pass by Lamar, and Eddie's there. Hits the ball, but the official rules that he hit him on the elbow as well. So he has to go out of the game. It probably won't come back till the 2nd quarter. That's a major loss for the Grizzlies.
That's their 2nd leading score. And was he ever efficient? Even though they lost in overtime against the Utah Jazz, he hit for a very high percentage like Gasol. In fact, Eddie had 11 shots and 25 points. Now that's efficient.
Yeah, when you can get 25 on 11 official shots from the field, and we keep bringing up the 11, or I keep bringing up the official shots from the field, because if you get fouled in the act of shooting, obviously, and you don't make the shot, and they don't count it as a field goal attempt, even though you go to the line to shoot 2. So it's only the baskets that you make when you get fouled that are counted.
Chris Mihm gets 1 of 2. He's got 3. Smush has 3. Kobe with a bucket. And the Lakers, or Kobe with 2 free throws, rather. The Lakers leading by a point. It stays that way. The one that just spun out by Damon Stoudemire. Smush. And Chris Mihm with a mismatch inside over Gasol. He had the little man behind him. And then he took advantage of it with Dante Jones on the backside.
Second chance opportunity for the Lakers, and they capitalize in a hurry. Go up by 3.
The deflection of the takeaway. Kobe, look out. Wanted to go airborne. Finger roll's not there. He was almost like he was on the wrong foot, Stu.
He just didn't concentrate like he normally does on that. May have gotten hit, but normally Kobe converts those easily.
Well, Battier tried to get the finger roll. Now it's up and down. This should be to the Lakers' liking against this squad. Kobe up against Gasol, reverse contortionist, and the Lakers go up by 5.
He makes the difficult ones, and then he missed that easy one. You won't see him miss too many of the easy ones, though. That's one thing about number 8. He is an offensive machine.
Is your back hurt after watching that? Oh. My hips out of joint. Now Gasol with the little baby hook, and the runner doesn't work. Lamar snatches it. Lakers on the push again. I like it. It's over to Devin, who just came in rhythm. Devin on the line, 7-0 run for the Lakers, and they lead it 14-7.
Yeah, and Mike Fratello wants to talk it over. He says, look, guys, we can't afford to get down too early, too fast, and that's exactly what's happening. The old football score in favor of the Lakers as they have opened it up with some transition hoops. The best way to do that is to be able to rebound and push, or else get a steal. Then give it to number 8 and let him work his magic, and he can work some real magic.
Celebrating 20 years, this is FSN West.
Early in the first quarter, 8:42 to play left, and the Lakers out by a 14-7 margin. And the month of December, as we've talked about, been good to the Lakers. 10-5, 4th best record in the league, and that follows 2 very disappointing losses in their last 2 games. So look at that. Wouldn't that have been nice at 12-3? But when you speak of winning, obviously the Lakers know all about it, and so does that man, Pete Carroll. Boy, I tell you, January the 4th, yeah, you'll be feasting on January the 4th, according to a lot of people here. And
what if somebody, I think somebody told me earlier, he just signed an extension.
Oh,
there's
really?
A guy with no leverage at all. 8:35 left in a real good start for the Lakers. And I like the tempo, the pace of the race. That's not the Grizzlies game.
No, they do not want to run up and down. They want to milk the clock and get shots like that for Shane Battier.
Right.
Again, a half-court set, you should be able to defend that one just a little easier.
The ball almost gets away. And the foul is going to be on Dante Jones. Battier, by the way, is 4th best in the NBA at 47% on his 3-point attempts. So he's now 25 of 52, a little bit better off hitting that. So if there's one guy you got to worry about beyond the arc, don't leave Battier. Pretty simple, isn't it?
Yeah, he's a fine player. I mean, he plays both ends of the floor.
Kobe right by Jones on the reverse, and Kobe will go back up with it. Blasted home that time and had to go a little higher on the window because of Gasol.
It doesn't matter. As long as there's a space up there for him to be able to find, he can find it.
So the Lakers by a half dozen. Kobe's got 6. Now the pick and roll game. Wanted to get it to Gasol instead. Battier. Well, pick your poison, but I'd rather have it go to Gasol than Battier wide open from 12 feet away. Battier's got 5. Lakers by 4, 16-12.
Well, drive and kick situation again.
Lamar against the smaller man in Battier. Repost. He wanted to. Lamar's got to get out of the paint. Now deep into the shot clock, and it's going to be a 3-second call on the Lakers. It was Lamar. I thought he actually got out.
Well, you know, that line is also part of it. So if your foot is just touching that line there, you're called for being in the paint. Lakers turn it over, and that 7-point lead down to 4, and Memphis looking for even more.
So out of the timeout now, 5-2 Grizzlies. Gasol up against Mihm. Won't go to his left all that often. He walks with the basketball, and they're going to call a foul, of course, on Chris Mihm. Anytime he's in the neighborhood.
Get out of the neighborhood, right. Chris.
It'll be Gasol going to the line to shoot 2. So the first on Chris Mihm. Man, Gasol, 7-240, 5th year out of Spain, the 25-year from Barcelona. Is he ever going to lose the knock that he's just not strong enough, that he's a soft guy inside?
Well, I mean, I think a lot of it is just his personality. I mean, a lot of big players and a lot of players want all bigs to breathe fire, to play the game with such a passion and just be, some of them, their personalities are just not that way, and Powell could be one of those.
He gets 1 of 2, and let's face it, we've seen Sabonis in recent years, other big guys, and that's a wide body out of Europe. But how many Europeans have come over here and been, fire-eating dragons? Now Lamar sharing it with Devin. Will his hot hand continue? Yes! On the line, though.
And that's why Devin got, one of the reasons why Devin got the start, to match up with Mike Miller and also give them that perimeter shooting.
Gasol is setting up Damon Stoudemire. It's a long range working for the Memphis Grizzlies as the Grizzlies get 5 from Stoudemire and trail by only 2.
2 times now the Lakers have been in a help situation when they shouldn't have been in help and left a 3-point shooter open.
Chris Mihm, boy, does he look good on his jump shot over the last few games. There's 7 points for Chris Mihm, 4-point lead for the Lakers.
Well, it's going in, but also you say he looks good. I think the rhythm is better. Chris is starting to feel just a bit better. And as I say that, I'm hoping that he doesn't get contact where his back spasms come to surface again.
Dante Jones with the left hand got the roll, and Kobe tried to spike it away as he went by. So the Lakers only up by 2. Talk about 2 teams on a roll to start the game.
Well, 2 teams that have been playing pretty good defense. Neither team playing good defense right now.
Kobe on the baseline against Jones. Gasol shading over. It's got to be somebody on the weak side free. Here comes Lamar up against Battier. Instead, Kobe gives it to Smush Parker. And bound to miss. He couldn't be that hot.
What a box out by Shane Battier on Lamar. Nice job.
Against a bigger guy. Make sure the length did not come into play. Just back him out. Now Gasol, that great looking release. And Lamar with the rebound. Gasol's got some kind of shot, doesn't he?
It's not picture perfect, but I guess the end result is the only thing that counts for him, and he's been pretty effective with it throughout his young career.
Chris Mihm making his move with the left hand. Pretty sweeping hook by Chris Mihm.
Oh, again, anytime I can see either whether it's Chris Mihm or Kwame, even the youngster Andrew Bynum with the hook shot, it tells me that they're paying attention in practice to what their instructor, their tutor, their teacher, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, is trying to get across to him.
Now Gasol trying to answer. It's been a nice battle between these two. Too tall. Gasol. And Lamar taking it. Stoudemire almost lost the handle, but Devin again. How about 3 for 3? Yes! The Lakers by a half dozen, 24-18, and Devin has 6.
And Devin is, you talked about looking good on his shot. Right. Devin is really looking good to start this ball game. Hopefully that will continue, and they'll continue to find the hot hand.
He must think it's the preseason. He was unconscious in the preseason. Gasol with the right hand. The pick and roll kills the Lakers again. No rotation over as Chris Mihm got there late. Congestion, and it's 24-20.
And that really was a weak pick and roll.
Right.
I mean, the Lakers had opportunity to shift over and stop that one. They just didn't.
So what a battle defensively between these 2 teams to start the contest. Kobe held by Dante Jones, asking for it. But there was no spacing at all that time. Now, Kobe up against Gasol, deep into the clock, and on the long rebound. It'll go right to Damon Stoudemire. 3 on 2. He'll find Mike Miller. Kobe going to hit the window first. No points in transition. And the Grizzlies hurt the Lakers back on November 14th. Beat them 17-9 in fast break points and get a deuce there.
As much as they like to run to half court, they will get out and run with given the opportunities. And when you got the point guard with the ball in the middle, that's a very good opportunity because your passer usually makes good decisions.
The Lakers by only a couple. The double on Kobe. Reverses it. Lamar off the glass. You saw it coming. It's not often we see Lamar go to his right. We'll take the left there, though. 26-22 Lakers. And the Lakers are still, how about 11 of 16, 69%.
And Lamar gets his first field goal on his first attempt, and we're, 3.5 minutes left to go here in the first.
All 5 starters have scored for the Lakers. Mike Miller. He hurt the Lakers early in the last game before the Lakers pulled away in the second half. Gasol deep into the clock. Leaves it off to Battier. Can't ball watch. And that's what the Lakers did. Smart play.
That's exactly what happened there. The Lakers got caught flat-footed, and Pau Gasol made an excellent decision.
With Lamar, backdoor Kobe, and it was, Abdul-Jabbar would have had problems with that one. So it's a turnover for the Lakers. They're second. It goes back to the Grizzlies, and the Lakers, despite 26 on the board, can't get any stops.
Well, this last basket by the Grizzlies, shot clock at about 5. He goes to work and then says, "Nice, I see you, Shane." And Shane lays it up with the left. That's a nice unselfish play by Pau Gasol.
Doesn't take much, does it, in this game? Man, he had a step. That's all it was on Lamar, but it was enough. Now Battier trying to tie things up. Got Lamar out of position. He's fouled by Devin George, and he'll go to the line to shoot 2. Almost the opportunity for a 3-point play.
Well, after a quick start by the Lakers, the Grizzlies have stayed with their game plan, and Now with 2:54 to go in the first quarter, Shane Battier will be coming back to shoot 2 free throws to try to turn it up. Chris Mihm got him off to a great start with his first hoop, and he's followed up with a couple after that. And, of course, Devin George in the starting lineup tonight, knocking down shots. Looking good, Dev. The Lakers leading by 2, 26-24. 2:54 to go here in the first. Last meeting between these two teams down in Memphis. The Lakers got out early and got out often as they really took it to the Memphis Grizzlies. They were scoring at will. They were running the fast break, running their half-court set, hugging, kissing. That's what it takes.
Don't go there. Don't go there, please.
To be successful with it. Kobe had 27 on only 17 shots, and Lakers' biggest lead in that game was 26 points. So shows you how they dominated that game, and you knew that Memphis was going to come into this one with that game on their mind, wanting to atone for it, and thus far they've done just that.
Kwame's coming into the game for the first time. Memphis comes in, and that's why this is important. Mike Fratello's squad, 6 games over the 500 mark. A Western Conference team. Lakers have to take care of business. They've split the first 2 with the Memphis Grizzlies. Grizzlies, though, real respectable. 9-5 at home, 7-5 on the road. They lost at Utah on Monday night in overtime. And they had an 18-point lead. Shot 67% in the first half, only 27% in the second half. While the Lakers come in, they've got to find a way to get it done at home. 6-6 at home, 9-7 on the road.
You said they shot 67% in the first half?
Yeah, 27% in the second half.
That's exactly what they're shooting right now. 67%, and the Lakers are shooting 68%, or 69%. Both teams shooting it pretty well.
So what you're saying is good. Get it out of their system like they did in Utah right now.
Yeah, only if they come back in the second half and go with a low percentage.
Mismatch exploited. Great play, setting up Lamar right out of the timeout.
Well, Shane Battier tried to sell the flop a little bit too much there, and the officials just turned their head on the play because Shane is a very good defender.
Yeah, and I'm glad the Lakers came out of the timeout, though, and got Lamar in a position to succeed, closer to the basket. Now Lamar against Battier. Finds Dante Jones. They swing and look out. A good three-point shooter, Mike Miller. Devin beat him to the spot. 2 on the shot clock. Deep 3. Not close. Lamar batted it out. It'll be Mike Miller, though. As it's tipped away by Battier. Dante Jones leaving it off. Lorenzen Wright never leaves the paint. And the rebound. That was a tough one. That was a collision course for Jones. It'll go over to Lorenzen Wright, and he'll go to the line looking for the three-point play. So second chance points. They hurt the Lakers there.
Now, this is a 4th chance point here, seemingly, as they had multiple attempts on this trip down and finally capitalized on the basket. And Lorenzen Wright going to the line to complete the three-point play and tie the game up.
This is a guy in the final year of his contract. He's just earning $7.7 million.
Oh, man.
Guy's got to feed his family. 28-27 Lakers. That was the famous line by Sprewell last year.
Leave Spree's line alone, man. Lorenzen said he can feed his family.
Right. I'm comfortable that Memphis. Cost of living works there. Now Lamar, the follow away, almost. He'll go to the line looking for a couple of free throws instead. Lakers by a point. Minute 48 left in the quarter. And the Lakers just shooting 70.6%. But they can't get any stops. Well, 61% for Memphis.
That's the scary thing. You're shooting 71% and you're up by 1. That is frightening.
Yeah, it's an interesting scenario because the Lakers have been so good defensively in recent weeks.
Well, Lamar this season, he's been riding the roller coaster. The first 16 games, he only shot 41%. Then the next 7 went on a real roll, shooting 61%. And then the last few games, 5 or so, he's been around the 40% mark again. So it's a situation where the consistency thing with Lamar is going to be, something that he's going to want to get to, and obviously the coaching staff and team wants him to get to as well. And once, not only him, but others on the team have to be consistent.
Yeah, a consistent second source that'll get you 18 to 20 a game. That would be the ultimate, as Lamar gets 1 of 2. Lakers lead by 2. And I mentioned that's due because Lamar averages 9.5 boards and 5.5 assists a game. If he could just fill it up on a regular basis as that secondary source.
Well, I think he's finding it difficult to walk the line between facilitator and offensive aggression.
Stoudemire, what a stop. Smush was headed south on that one. It is all even at 29. And Damon Stoudemire, the Portland native, 32-year-old, was 11th year out of Arizona. Now has 7.
Kobe out of the game for his first rest, and Von Wafer into the lineup.
Lamar finds Smush. Stoudemire left to Eddie Burns. Smush with a three-pointer.
That's not Stoudemire's fault. He tried to play two guys there, and he played in between both of them.
Played the wrong one.
And couldn't get back to Smush.
So Smush starts the game with a couple of threes. He's got 6 points. Lakers 32-29. First team to get a couple of stops in a row wins tonight. Now Stoudemire with space and a break for the Lakers. It's kept alive. Lamar comes up with it. Lorenzen Wright volleyballed it around. Battier tipped it away from Lamar, but Lamar had it now. Von Wafer off the dribble. Good ball movement by the Lakers. Smush should have been able to get by Stoudemire when he was in the air, and now it's going to be a 3-second call inside on Kwame, who thought the shot was going up.
Phil Jackson not happy about the call. He's saying that Kwame was held as he was in the 3-second lane trying to get out, but the official says, Phil, you know, I haven't changed my mind on a call yet, so I don't think I'm going to start with this one.
It's Tony Brown, one of the 3 officials, working with Derek Stafford and Bill Kennedy, the veteran of this group. So the Lakers turn it over. That is their 3rd giveaway compared to 1 for the Memphis Grizzlies. And Mike Miller trying to burn Devin Gamble. That frees up Burns, who just came into the game. We like what we saw from him. Tried to get the Grizzlies back into the game. Miller, half hour to shoot. And it'll be Lorenzen Wright coming up short. Knocked out of bounds. Last touch, they say, by Lamar. Wait a minute, it's going to be last touch by Battier. It'll go the other way. Battier was inside of Lamar, and Bill Kennedy, wow, a changed call.
Well,
a changed man.
That's the only one they usually change, is when they just inadvertently point in the wrong direction. I said a few games ago, I can see that happening quite a bit. They get turned around a little bit, and they make a quick call and a quick point, and it can be wrong sometimes.
Von Wafer setting up Devin. Yes! Lakers lead by 6. How about Wafer racing there to create the penetration right at the buzzer? And the Lakers, well, they led by as many as 7. I think the way they play defense, they'll be satisfied with a 6-point lead at the end of the first.
Well, hey, they made the Grizzlies' offense fall down to only 52% in that quarter, but it was a lot of offense by both teams. Started off with Chris Mihm and Devin George, 4 for 4 in the quarter. He's the leading scorer in the game. And, of course, Lamar Odom, he's into the scoring act with 5 on 2 for 2, shooting of his own.
Celebrating 20 years, this is FSN West.
Hot first quarter for both teams, and especially the Lakers. 74%, their best so far this season in any quarter. And we'll welcome you back to Staples Center. Joel Myers along with Stu Lance. Lakers lead at 35-29, and well, what a roll right now. And everybody in Southern California is caught up in the excitement of what's going on at Heritage Hall, what they're doing. And we're joined now by the head coach of the USC Trojans. Coach, congratulations, 34 straight wins. And boy, January 4th, can you wait?
Oh, we're getting close now. We're finally in the final week of preparation. Really looking forward to it. Everybody's really pumped up.
Yeah, now tell us about the work week, though. Do you try to keep the kids away for a while now leading up to the game?
Well, we're really just starting this final week. We're coming off a break over Christmas, and the guys are ready to work now. Tomorrow we go to the hotel, and we go to Disneyland first, then we go to the hotel, and then we're finally underway and really kind of behind closed doors for the last part of the build-up.
You know, that clip that we just had of you on the sidelines, you know, I'm a big football guy. I love to watch football, and I love to watch players, athletes play with passion. But more importantly, I like to see coaches coach with passion, and you do a lot of that, and I think your team responds to that.
Well, I don't know how to do it any other way but to have fun. I think a lot of good things are about to happen, you know, and so we try to convey to our guys. Our guys love to play a real upbeat tempo and upbeat style, and it's worked out quite well. We've had a great time with it.
We're talking to Pete Carroll, who's going to play some defense for the Lakers now here in the second quarter.
I'm coming in.
Well, actually, you look game fit. You look like you could play, Pete. Was basketball in your dossier? I mean, did you play a little basketball?
Oh, I play all the time. Yeah, I love playing. You know, like I think it was Dominique Wilkins say, you know, you lose your hops, but you never lose your J. I kind of believe in that.
Well, we never had any hops, Pete, or actually Stu did.
Speak for yourself.
Yeah, my vertical was my tiptoes, but I was still good at the Y, I'll tell you that. Now, the Lakers turned it over on that last possession. Only 3 3-second violations already. They're going for a new franchise record. Kwame blocked. And it'll be retrieved to the corner by Dante Jones. Yeah. Coach, is there any aspect of this season that has surprised you in, you know, Reggie Bush, unbelievable year, and Lendale White, a couple of guys over 1,000 yards, but what was expected and what about surprises?
Well, you know, the surprises come in the games that become so dramatic. You know, last year we had 4 or 5 games that were really down to the wire and tough comeback opportunities and stuff. And going into the year, we knew there would be those types of games. We just didn't know when they would take shape. But we certainly had enough drama with falling behind in some games early and the great Notre Dame comeback and all that. And so, you know, those are surprises because you don't know when it's going to happen. I think probably just the finish at Notre Dame was about as extraordinary as you can hope for. And that's a great moment for all of us.
You know, Pete, I live in San Diego, so I've been fortunate enough to see a young man that you have on your team play when he was in high school, Reggie Bush. How talented is Reggie? I mean, we all know he's player of the year and everything, but you see him every day in practice and the work ethic that he has.
The players in our program and the coaches, we just wait almost on a daily basis to see what Reggie's going to do today. You know, even a year ago when Matt won the Heisman, Reggie was still our MVP voted by the players. He just is an extraordinary competitor with unbelievable talents and such a great competitive will. You put all that together, and he's really been an incredible player and with an unbelievable impact. And so we love to watch him. He shocks you all the time with something quick or something flashy or something just so fast.
Talking to Pete Carroll as Lamar lost the handle. Another turnover for the Lakers. They're coming in bunches now, unfortunately, at the start of the second quarter. Dante Jones, they say, fouled by Sasha. Pete, you leave the NFL. You come to USC. Could you ever envision, I mean, what were your expectations? Because we just saw that shot of you on the sideline, and it's so refreshing for all of us, and I work in the Big 12 on Saturdays and the NFL on Sundays, to see a coach that is as passionate and is as compassionate with his players. Did you realize it was going to be this much of a treat for you to be back on a college campus?
No, I didn't know that. You know, I knew it was going to be different, and I had spent a year I was out following my son around playing at Pittsburgh, just to get a feel for college football, to get on the sidelines, to get a sense for it. I had no idea that it would be this much fun, and of course I didn't know that we could win this much in this kind of scale. I hope for it. This is what we shot for, you know. This is what you're shooting for all the time. But now that it's come to life, and the Trojan family has had so much fun with it, and the whole area and the whole region of Southern California has had such a good time with it, it's just been really beyond my expectations.
Well, Coach, you realize you are spoiling us here in Southern California. It's going to be a very tough act to continue to follow.
Well, it is going to be, but you know, this area, Los Angeles and the surrounding area, has always had great championship teams, and we feel like we're fortunate to be part of that now. And you know, whether it's the Lakers or what the Angels have done, or, you know, in years past, there's just been so many great winners here. So we're lucky to be a part of this right now. Oh, Kobe got hit.
Hey, you can Pete just take over. You can call it from here. We're talking to Pete Carroll, head coach of the USC Trojans, and what in preparation for Texas, and I have to ask you about the Longhorns because I did 3 games with the Texas Longhorns this year. An interesting aggregation, especially on the offensive side. They have some serious weapons. Oh,
they're loaded. They're loaded so much so, you know, that you don't realize it because they have such an attractive football player in Vincent Young. He does so much for the football team. He's just an extraordinary athlete at 6'5" and 240 pounds, and he runs 10.3 or something, 100 meters. It's ridiculous how talented he is. But they have guys at every spot that are loaded too. You just don't realize it because he draws so much of your focus. So this is an incredible team for us to get ready for, and we're going to hope that he doesn't steal the show when we come to the 4th.
Hey, Pete, we have taken too much of your night off, a night of relaxation for you. And I want to thank you because for all of us, it's a lot of fun for everybody in Southern California. 33 straight, and especially the entertaining brand that you guys have brought to USC. Congratulations, Pete.
Thank you so much. Hopefully we can represent one more time this season and make everybody real proud.
All right. Have a great day on the 4th.
All right, see you later.
Thanks a lot. Pete Carroll, head coach of the Trojans, as the Lakers, both teams stuttering to the outset. Kobe going for the three-point play. He'll shoot 2 at the line.
Pete's talking about hopefully they can make everybody proud. They've already made everybody proud. I mean, no matter what happens, they've made everybody proud because that's just been a tremendous program and a tremendous run by the Trojans.
Yeah, it's an amazing situation. And well, we talk about national championships, but what about back-to-back Heisman winners? How often does that happen? Well, Archie Griffin at Ohio State when he won it 2 years in a row, but it doesn't happen very often at the same school.
The one final thought on that. Anytime,
and 3 out of the last 4.
Anytime you can do something that has never, ever been done, and if I'm not mistaken, there's never been 3 consecutive national championships, has there? Has any team ever won 3 consecutive national championships? I don't think so. So anytime you can do something that has never, ever been done on a positive side, yeah, that's something special.
Yeah, the Lakers are trying to avoid a third 3-second violation in the second quarter alone. That's never been done. We hope it won't happen tonight. 37-31. Lakers by 6. And, well, as good as it was, Stu, in the first quarter, it has certainly slowed down in the second.
Yeah, but we knew it was going to slow down a little bit in the second. One thing that didn't slow down in the second was the enthusiasm by Coach Pete Carroll. The Lakers leading it by 6.
It's a 6-point lead for the Lakers, despite the fact they don't have a field goal so far here in the second quarter. That crew cut, it was strong. Mr. Clutch.
Wasn't as strong as his game.
Yeah, it was one of the very best we've seen in NBA history. A Laker for life. And now, the general manager, the vice president, he runs the Memphis Grizzlies. And you know what? He made me president. I said vice president. And he truly is.
President.
Yeah, he's the president of the team. And a guy that, well, as I said, a Laker for life. He's on loan to Memphis for a while, and that's about it.
You know, and as a player, as you look at some of the things that he did, you know, obviously played 14 seasons with the Lakers and all the other things that has made him the great that he is. But when he was playing, everyone just talked about him being Mr. Clutch and such a great offensive player. He was an equally as good on the defensive end, but his defense went unrecognized by a lot of people because he was so good offensively. But I tell you, you didn't want to go up against Jerry West, because I tell you, he could lock you up.
Yeah, the Grizzlies have the ball. Now can the Lakers hang on to the basketball? They're going to have 3 turnovers in the first 3 minutes of the second. Gasol forced to his weak side. Mike Miller on a run right by Sasha for the layup, and Kwame with the foul. So a 3-point opportunity.
Now that shouldn't happen. If you're a guard, and Sasha's been playing against the point guards, then you should not let a 6'9" guy beat you off the dribble that easily. I mean, you've got to be able to get yourself in position so that you don't get you level him off. Make him go east and west, not let him go north and south as he did on that play.
Well, Phil didn't like it either. Sasha goes over to the bench, and Devin is back on the floor. So out there, the five-some for the Lakers. It'll be Kobe, Devin, Luke Walton, Lamar, and Kwame. Mike Miller, the first-round pick of the Magic, 5th overall in 2000.
Listen, if they were making
not convert on the 3-point
if they were making their free throws, they are 2 out of 8. Are you kidding me?
Well, they're consistent though. They're bad all the time. They're 28th in the league. Devin, great pass. Kobe found him right on the diagonal across the paint. And the Lakers, as Devin has 11 to lead the Lakers, first in double figures, puts the Lakers up by half dozen. 39-33 with 8:20 left in the half.
Well, the Lakers front court, the starting front court for the Lakers, haven't missed a shot yet. 5 for 5 for Devin. Lamar's 2 for 2, and Chris Mihm is 4 for 4.
That's the kid that hurt the Lakers when he came out onto the floor of the first half. Antonio Burks. Remember, he hit his first 3 shots in Memphis. Second-year guy. Played his college ball for the Tigers in Memphis. Now Kobe wants it against Burks. Instead, Luke Walton, not even close. And Kobe on the elbow with a much smaller man on his back. Inside of 8. Take advantage of your opportunities on mismatches. Battier asking for it. Against Devin down low. Battier slipping it out. No 3-second violation though this time. Mike Miller. And it was kept alive. Paul Gasol tried to get it away from Kwame. Kwame got it that time, though. Now the hesitation. Kobe blows by Eddie Jones. You can see it coming. Eddie's got 2 fouls. Right. Didn't want a third.
Exactly. You hit it right on the head, because Eddie is a guy that would have, tried to stay in front, tried to take the charge, but he realized he's only been in the game for about 3 minutes due to those fouls, and he doesn't want to go back to the bench.
Now Eddie going to get involved offensively. Kwame comes over. Can Kobe get to it? No. At least he kept it in play. Will it burn the Lakers? Shot clock coming down on Eddie, and he's fouled by Lamar, who did not beat him to the spot.
Well, the Lakers get the foul on Lamar Odom. That last possession for the Lakers, as Eddie just reached and then gets out of the way. Didn't want to pick up that 3rd foul, and then has his shot blocked. I mean, spiked by Kwame. Those are the kind where you think after the fact, maybe I should have just grabbed it, taken it out of the air, or just touched it a little softer and let my teammate be able to get to it easier.
Foul on Lamar's his first. 14 foul. Look, Lakers out of foul. Boy, is that tough, that catch. And then Gasol, after the great hands to catch it, can't put it through with one hand.
That drives coaches crazy.
Kobe ridden by Burks. What a pass. Lamar, can he hang on? Yes.
Get out of the middle.
Devin for 3. Boy, that would have brought the house down. How about that pass by Kwame? Kobe's blocked, but he's fouled. Went off the shin of Kwame, but it was a beauty.
Talking about that's the new kind of pass. It's called a shin pass.
I like
what are you talking about? The Lakers get a break there as the ball, the long shot bounces long and all of a sudden goes right to Kobe, and a little shin pass from Kwame, and Kobe tried to hammer one and gets fouled by Gasol. So 2 more free throws coming to Kobe, and Kobe's been there 6 times. He's converted on 4 of them.
Western Conference Player of the Week once again. And that includes the performance against Dallas all the way to Miami. So it was a 2-1 week for the Lakers. Smush is coming back into the game. And in that 2-1 week, how about Kobe's numbers? He averaged 40 points on those 3 games on 47% shooting, 6 rebounds, and 5 assists. That's the matchups against Dallas, Orlando, and Miami.
That's all it takes to get Player of the Week? Come on. I thought the standard was a little higher. Gee.
Here's 6. 12 points for Kobe, and the Lakers now have matched their largest lead at 8, 43-35.
I'm still marveling over his 62-point game.
Yeah, and everybody's talking about it because of how he did it. 3 quarters. Now Eddie Jones burning Kobe. Got him off the ground. Stoudemire for a long 2. So once the dribble penetration got there, and that was Eddie Jones, the Lakers were victimized. 9 for Damon Stoudemire, and Phil not exactly excited about what's going on defensively.
No, he's not happy about the defensive end at all, because he heard us talking about how they picked it up defensively, holding their opponents to 43%. Well, tonight, Memphis is shooting 49.
Laker basketball on FSN West is brought to you by the official airlines of the NBA, Southwest Airlines, a symbol of freedom, and by Pepsi. It's the Cola. Beautiful night in Southern California, and welcome back to downtown LA. Joel Myers and Stu Lance with the Lakers on top by 6, almost halfway through the second quarter. Well, how about 34 straight wins, back-to-back national championships, 3 of the last 4 Heismans. Pretty impressive. Now trying to become historic with a 3rd consecutive national title. It's USC's quest for history, and it's coming Sunday live at 9 o'clock, FSN West and West 2 as they get ready for the Rose Bowl. Gasol, or making Mike Miller rather, stepping out on Kobe. He's got the foul. That's what the Lakers have done well so far in the second quarter. Stu, we were just talking about while we were away. The Lakers are shooting 64%. It just doesn't feel like that. They're 2 for 6 so far in this quarter. It just hasn't been that clean.
Well, no, I mean, you would think that the Lakers would be up more than what they are, but on the defensive end, they've had some lapses, and that's prevented them from opening up a bigger lead. And I think Phil Jackson, I know Phil Jackson has recognized that, and that's one of the reasons why he took that last time out. Wasn't happy about the defensive end.
No, should be up by double figures easy. 44-37, and you saw the numbers for Kobe home and road. 38 points at home, and don't forget that's on 46% shooting. And the guy's not exactly taking layups most of the time. So here's the pressure in the backcourt. Put it in the hands of Gasol. The Lakers by 8 again, 45-37. Let's see if they can get some stops. And it's going to be, as soon as I say that, a foul on Smush, and Stoudemire goes to the free throw line as the Lakers are out of fouls.
Smush stopped Stoudemire, didn't he? Stopped him dead in his tracks.
Tried to cuff him
by holding him and grab. So that's not a guy you want to send to the free throw line. I don't care how bad they're shooting as a team. Damon Stoudemire historically is a very good free throw shooter.
Well, he was 91% last year, as you mentioned that. That was 4th best in the NBA. And we've got 92. I rounded off to the low side when it's the opponent, the high side when it's the Lakers. So it must have been about 91-6. He gets the first of 2. Stoudemire has 10. So they've got veterans. Eddie Jones, Damon Stoudemire. Bobby Jackson still missing, though. And that's the 2nd straight game he's missed against the Lakers, and the Lakers aren't complaining. But people are going to say now, can you gamble on Bobby Jackson? He's in the last year of his contract as Kwame gets the miss because he missed a lot of time the last couple of years with the Sacramento Kings.
Well, I think a lot's going to depend on what the injury is. Is it something that would resurface on a regular basis, or is it just a freakish thing?
Following Kobe over Mike Miller. Kobe's got the Lakers with their biggest lead of the game. They're up by 9, 47-38, and Kobe has 16 on only 8 shots because he's been to the free throw line, and he's hit 8 of 10 there.
Let's see if the Lakers can put together some stops here. make it difficult for the Grizzlies to execute in the half-court set. They're going straight to Gasol to set them up.
Gasol, and he'll get knocked out of bounds. Lakers get it. Last touch by Miller. I thought with the soft touch it really would go down for Mike Miller, or make it Paul Gasol that time.
That last basket that Kobe made, it's just beautiful footwork. I mean, he gives you that move, and you see it. You see it coming, but the key is how do you stop it? Because he has counters to everything.
Now Smush throws it away. Wanted to go to Kobe. Angle wasn't there. 3-on-2. Stoudemire blocked by Devin. And it's off of Battier, out of bounds. Kwame comes up with the big play.
Nice job by Kwame of hustling after a loose ball. A better job by Devin George of really getting into the middle and saying, look, Damon, you're too small to get into the paint and try to score. But then Kwame running it down, knocks it off the Grizzlies, and the Lakers get possession.
Yeah, we felt like Wilt on that play. Now Kobe after the crossover. Heartbreak as it comes out to Gasol. Everything but the bucket. Lakers by 9 still, 47-38. Eddie Jones. We've seen that before. Eddie Jones, the former first-round pick of the Lakers a long time ago in his 12th season out of Temple. 10th overall selection for the Lakers back in '94. And he's kind of disgusted as he tries it, and he does. Comes up with a steal. Now on the run, Miller against Lamar. And what a break for the Lakers again.
Let's see, Mike Miller almost shot that to avoid getting fouled. He should have attacked Lamar, gone to the basket with more aggression. As it turns out, he gets nothing out of it.
Kobe on the quick catch against Battier with him on his back. And Battier, a pretty good defender. Kobe. Can he get the follow-up? He'll try it off the glass. Tough one.
Ended up with a good shot. I thought that was going to be a much more difficult attempt. But with his footwork again, he got a good look.
And Kobe, it's not your... We see the step back so often. This is the classic old follow-away. Now, final 10 of the shot clock. 3:45 left in the first half. And Kwame creates another takeaway. He read it perfectly as he poked it away from Gasol. 27-41. Kobe splits the D. Doesn't get the roll, though. And Battier will save it in the corner. So Kobe now, after those misses, 4 for 11 for the field.
And, the Lakers down to 59%, but they're letting Grizzlies hang around again. When you get an opportunity to put teams away, or to make the spread even bigger, you have to take advantage of it, because in the NBA, a lead early can be very, very dangerous.
Yeah, they were up by 9, as you mentioned, and they did not push it into double figures. Instead, the Grizzlies got it back at 6 and could be less, with Gasol going to the line to shoot 2. Kwame Brown heads over to the bench. Chris Mihm back into the game with 3:20 left in the half. Kwame banging in there with Gasol, called for the block. So for Kwame, his second foul. He's got 4 boards. Missed his only shot. And Gasol gets the first of 2. Textbook release.
3 minutes and 20 still to play here in the first half. As when we look at the 2001 draft, the top 3 picks, obviously Kwame was number 1. Tyson Chandler and then Pau Gasol.
Gasol wide right on that one. And the Lakers still up by 5.
Their whole team has been wide right on free throws.
Right. How about 4 for 12? The Lakers real fortunate as they have hit 10 of their 14. Now let's see what the Lakers can do in a half-court set off the screen and roll. Chris Mihm will try the long 2 over Gasol. And put back, yes. Devin all over the place. He timed it well. 5 of 6 from the field. And Devin has 13.
Mike Miller, I think you're going to hear about it from Mike Fratello as you go to the bench. You allowed Devin George to work you over in the paint. Ended up with inside position and then the easy putback. Devin George enjoying himself quite a first half as he's 5 out of 6 for 11 points.
If needed for duty, and we see him here frequently, he is the water boy. Off duty tonight. Adam Sandler, 49-42 Lakers over the Grizzlies. How about Devin averaging 6 and 4 coming in? What a start.
Well, he's doing the job. He's got, I said 11 going to break, but he's got 13 points on 6 out of 7. I'm sorry I cheated you out of 2, Dev, but I knew you would make it up. But that last 2 is the one right there that caused the Grizzlies to take that timeout. 13 points in 18 minutes. Only the second start for Devin this year. And he was looking forward to getting in that position, but his foot was really a problem for him after the season started. His season high this year is only 14 points. So, Dev, you might get that this half. You better get that this half.
Demanding guy.
Yes, indeed.
Inside of 3, left in the half, and a foul off the ball on Luke Walton. So a better free throw shooter going there now. Shane Battier. Well, the Lakers, the reason for Teller called the timeout, the Lakers, and Devin in particular, timing it well. Lakers have outboarded them so far, 22-15, and that has been a problem recently for the Grizzlies. They were outboarded at Utah on Monday. Boy, you got to really have an off night. 49-29. They were out-rebounded by 20, and the Lakers out-rebounded them by 10 in that win on December 14th.
Well, with this small lineup out there that they've started tonight, when you take Lorenzen right out of the lineup, obviously that's going to affect the backboards, because Pau Gasol is not a glass eater. He's not going to be a guy that's just going to demand everything that's missed be his. So they have to do it as a collective unit. They're doing one thing as a collective unit.
Yes.
Missing free throws.
You believe it? Battier.
4 for 14.
Battier last year was 79%. He misses 2. The Lakers still up 49-42. Luke Walton in pressure, and it's going to be a blocking foul. They're going to say Damon Stoudemire, you can't believe it, was in the restraining arc.
He didn't even see Damon.
Nope.
He was looking at some of those bigs as he was approaching the painted area, and then goes up, tries to shoot it with his left hand, and spots the lane, goes up, and Devin was outside the restricted area when he started, but he kept backing up a little bit.
Well, and he walked
finally
under him,
his
too.
foot got into the restricted area, so free throws coming to Luke.
Luke, short minutes, and he always comes up with assists as he gets the first of 2. How about 5 of the next 6 right here at Staples Center? That includes a Clipper home game, but we'll take it. It's been so many games on the road, as I mentioned at the very top of the telecast. The Lakers have played more road games than any other team in the league. And if you tell me after 16 road games, the Lakers are going to be 2 games over the 500 mark overall and 2 over 500 on the road at 9-7, no, I wouldn't believe you. Now, 1 of 2 for Luke. Lakers by 8. How do they close the half? Gasol up against Mim. He's going right, we know that. And he's blocked. Was it Devin from behind? I think Devin got the block. Kobe, beautiful bounce, Smush. And it's out of bounds. Smush thought he was fouled by Miller, didn't get the call. It'll go the other way. Boy, you need to finish those.
Well, Smush tried to hammer that one, and I think maybe got his concentration broken a bit. He's had this particular play work for him a lot this year. This time goes up, hits the back of the iron, and it goes in about the 3rd row.
Break for the Grizzlies that time.
Good aggressive attack, though.
And a beautiful bounce by Kobe, catching him in stride. So the Lakers should be up by 10. Take it with the right hand. Try that sometime. Miller up against Devil, deep into the shot clock. And will they get it off in time? Kobe swats it away. Gasol, it didn't release in time. There's a good stop for the Lakers again defensively, and secondary defenders helping out.
That's what it's all about. You just can't be, when you don't have the ball, your man doesn't have the ball, you can't just say, well, I don't have to play defense. Lakers are showing that they've learned the concept of team defense. Those last 2 trips down, a good indication of that.
So the Lakers have only given up 13 so far in the quarter after they gave up 29 in the first quarter. Chris Mihm, how about an assist for Luke Walton? He's got it. 90 seconds to play in the half. Lakers by 10. 11 for Chris Mihm with 3 boards. 52-42 Lakers.
Got to get out of this half with Chris. There's only that 1 foul, though.
Boy, you had to bring it.
I mean, seriously, would it be nice if he had 5 to use in the second 24 minutes?
Now the pick and roll. You knew it was going back to Gasol. Man, I think Chris Urgy stayed away from that second foul. Backed off at the last second.
Pau Gasol hammered that one down.
Gasol's got 6, but just 2 for 9 after that make. Now Kobe splits the double, finds Luke, the 20-footer.
Chris Mihm.
Yes, and
Chris Mihm is
knee
down.
to knee. He went and sent the pick, and it may have been knee to knee, unfortunately, for Chris Mihm. And now the foul by Smush Parker helped his teammate out behind the play. And let's hope it's not serious. Was it knee to knee when he set that pick?
I don't know, but when Chris is a guy that tries to bounce up pretty quick, and he wasn't up very fast at all. He's headed to the bench as Kwame has checked in for him. So Laker trainer Gary Vitti will probably take him straight to the locker room since there's less than a minute to play here in the first half.
Yeah, brother. Lakers by 10 on the Walton bucket.
He sets the screen for Kobe. And Mike Miller, it was knee to knee. And almost hyper.
Yeah, inside of the knee.
Could have even hyperextended a little bit after he got the contact with it.
Oh. Yeah, right inside of that kneecap.
Yeah, that can be very, very painful.
Unfortunately, he doesn't have Gary helping him. He's making it back on his own. Stoudemire. That's a story right there. Making a free throw for the Memphis Grizzlies. They're 5 of 15 at the line.
That's a shame. Really, seriously.
Oh, he's playing so well.
Well, I mean, when you're, as a team, you're 5 for 15. You should be embarrassed.
Well, especially if you're a guard and you're missing. We saw Battier go to the line and miss 2. Miller's missed 1. His only try. Stoudemire is now 3 of 4.
Battier on his career, what is he as far as
close
percentage?
to 80%?
Is it?
Right.
Chris Mihm going to the locker room with Gary Vitti, the Laker trainer, and still asking questions.
Kobe freeing up another teammate, Devin. Can't give him an assist. How about a second chance? Luke Walton and a 2 for 1 for the Lakers with plenty of time. Kobe for 3. No, it'll be Mike Miller with the rebound. 54-46. Lakers by 8. Gasol thought about it. Up against Kwame. Smush almost got the deflection. He would have been headed the other way. On the pick and roll. Somebody rotates. He will. It's Walton. Now Miller going for the high percentage look inside. And it's slapped away. Kobe from behind.
Well, I think they'll give that one to Luke. Good job by Luke of just putting that left hand out and not only stripping it, but keeping control of it.
It'll be Walton on the steal. Kobe. The contact. Devin on the follow. Oh, at the buzzer. So spectacular first half for Devin. Hitting 6 of his first 7, and that almost fell for him.
Well, the Lakers played good enough in that first half to go to the intermission with an 8-point lead, but they're going to have to pick up their consistency here in the second 24 minutes.
So the Lakers, they hit 53%. Grizzlies down to 45%. As Stu mentioned, though, got to be more consistent. Let's go to the Jack in the Box halftime report now with the Lakers up 54-46 on Memphis, and join Billy McDonald and Jack Haley.
Thank you, Joel. It is the Jack in the Box halftime report inside Staples Center along with Jack. I'm Billy Mack. And before the game, Jack, you talked all about offense for the Lakers because Memphis is a really good defensive team. And when they put up over 50, job well done.
Absolutely on fire. The Lakers putting the ball in the basket. I said that would be the key, and that is what is happening. They are shooting the ball exceptionally well. When we come back, I'll tell you why they're getting those opening shots and why they're knocking them down.
What a great teaser.
It's
Balanced scoring for the Lakers. When we come back, more on the Jack in the Box halftime report. Don't go anywhere.
Celebrating 20 years, this is FSN West.
Halftime continues in downtown Los Angeles on FSN West as the Lakers try to go over the 500 mark at home. 6-6 over the first 12 at Staples. And well, they're halfway there, up by 8. And thanks to the guy that's averaging 32 a game, Kobe. Tough shooting from the outside. He's been able to get to the free throw line, though. And a big reason the Lakers do have that 8-point advantage. Welcome back once again. Joel Myers along with Stu Lentz. Nice balance for the Lakers. 3 guys in double figures. A scary moment early for Chris Mihm, but he's out there warming up with the team. He's going to try to go in the second half. And a real plus when you can get a guy who hasn't started all year, Devin George, and now he's second leading scorer.
Dev's an old vet. He knows how to come off the bench if he has to, and obviously tonight he knows what to do when inserted into the starting lineup. The 13 points on 6 out of 9, made his first 5 shots, so went into a little bit of a slump, making only 1 of his next 4, but did the job on both ends, whether it's scoring or blocking shots. He had 2 blocks in the first half that the Lakers converted into some offensive production. That's the kind of team play that the Lakers really need. Finally got to the Memphis Grizzlies defensively and held them to 45% shooting, and free throws have been the story. Both teams getting to the line 16 times, but the Lakers able to convert a lot more than the Grizzlies. The Lakers have to continue to rebound and don't turn the ball over, and I think they'll be in pretty good shape.
So we get ready for the start of the second half, and well, solid shape, up by 8, as Stu mentioned. Well, it was a contusion of the left knee, a bruise on the inside portion, as we all saw in the good replay. And unfortunately for Chris, he took that shot. Mike Miller trying to keep up with the pick and roll that far for the basket. Now let's see if Chris is going to be there on what's coming up for the Lakers. Well, I mentioned some of the home games: Utah, Philadelphia, then Indiana. Saturday, don't forget, it's at the Clippers, but the Lakers will take it. Don't have to get on a plane. I like those kind of games.
Yeah, anytime you don't have to get on an airplane, that's obviously nice.
Yeah, and too many times, and it's funny how things work. And you know what I'd like to find out? How many times teams go into New York and get to stay and play New Jersey, and then a day off and get to play the Knicks? Because so often teams now, the way they're building the schedule, get that opportunity to play the Lakers and the Clippers the same trip in.
And that's an advantage because
huge.
You have that second game. Whoever you're playing on that second game here at Staples, you've got some familiarity with the surroundings here, so that helps you.
Yeah, shooting background doesn't hurt, does it? Two times in a row in the same place. Gasol up against Chris Mihm. Great to see Chris back out there to start. And Smush coming in. How about a steal? It'll be knocked over to the sideline. Save. Now Battier. No foul now. Forces it. He'll get the rim. Mihm with the rebound. He had the rebound. He comes up with 19 rebounds tonight. That's a crime.
That's a shot clock violation. So I know what you're saying, but can't have a rebound on a shot clock violation.
No, Chris only has 3 boards, so I'm on the positive side here. But
well, Lamar's, he's got 5 points, 5 assists, and 9 rebounds. So if he could get some assists here in the second half, he could work toward that triple.
Well, I would love to see Lamar go up there. Devin instead the hot end of the first half misses his first in the second half. Lamar was right next to the rim for that baby hook. He's going to be more selfish. Lakers still by 8. Somebody want to cover Stoudemire? There's a break.
Why? He can't make an open shot, can he? Why are you going to cover someone who can't make an open shot?
Stoudemire leads the Grizzlies with 12 despite the miss. Now let's see if they go to the post. Chris Mihm up against Gasol. Kobe. Eddie Jones. Chris Mihm left hand. It's going to be real short. That was well defended that time by Gasol.
It's just nice to see Chris out there playing and running rather fluidly right now.
Smush got there late, and basically another layup. 14 for Stoudemire. Pace the Grizzlies. 54-48 Lakers. Lakers had a real slow start to the second quarter after they won the first quarter. Won both quarters, but only by 2 in the second quarter. Eddie Jones wiped out. Now Kobe, the floater, and Chris Mihm. And they'll say it's in the cylinder. Won't get it. It'll be a basket interference goaltending.
And from this angle, I couldn't tell whether that was going to be a miss or whether it was going to bounce and go back in. But Chris was up there, and the temptation was so great that he just couldn't keep his hand away. So wipe it off and give the ball to the Grizz.
Lakers now at 50%, 44% for Memphis. Stoudemire going to his left. What a shot. It's Mike Miller trying to set up Gasol. Gasol force him weak on the step back. Good job, Chris Mihm. And Lamar's got his 10th board of the game. Now Lamar on the push. Nobody stops the ball. Well, all of a sudden they converged in the paint. Kobe. And they'll call the offensive foul. Eddie Jones sold that one a little bit.
Well, the Lakers, to start this third quarter, have not been sharp. I thought they would come out the third sharper than they were in the first half as Eddie sells the offensive foul on Kobe and gives the ball back to the Grizzlies. So the Lakers have turned the ball over now 10 times. And the only good thing about that is they've only been burned once. They've only given up 2 points.
Now the Lakers had 18 turnovers as Mike Miller goes to the weak side. It's a foul as Kobe took a shot on Miller's approach to the basket. Devin forced him to his weak side. Chris came over to help out. So Kobe gets the foul.
It's a left hand of arm of Miller's just cracks Kobe right on the left side of the face. And Kobe had something to say to Mike Miller as he walked by him. And the one thing you don't want to do with Kobe is make him too upset because he gets even more aggressive when he gets upset.
And a smart play by Miller because as Kobe's cut. And the corner man is Gary Vitti, by the way.
Yeah, he's going to have to go get a stitch. Look at Kobe. You can see him going off the court.
Yeah.
He's upset. That's bad news. That's bad news.
Well, we'll find out. The old don't get mad, get even.
The old adage that I've always used is the mad player is the bad player. Because usually when you get mad, you don't play within the concepts of what you should be doing. But there are exceptions to the rule. So let's see what happens when number 8 comes back as he gets cracked across right on the side of the eye, and that's where the blood started to flow. So he'll go in, probably get a couple of sutures, and come back in a rush.
It'll be Von Wafer coming into the game for Kobe. Just a bit of a difference. Lakers by 6, 54-48. How about Nebraska playing tonight in the Alamo Bowl?
They're playing a football game tonight?
Yeah, Nebraska's playing Michigan.
Really?
Wow.
Can they hold on?
And Nebraska leads it 32-28 with that ground game they feature now.
Oh, no ground game now.
I know. They cringe in Lincoln now. They can't believe what they're witnessing. They put blindfolds on before they go to the game.
Oh, boy.
That power eye, what happened? 2 free throws.
I'll tell you what happened. It got outdated.
And they're on top of Michigan now with about 4 minutes to play. 32-28.
And the Lakers only up by 4 as well.
Right.
So Lakers got to get back to business here.
Devin with the seal, and Eddie Jones gets the foul coming over his back. That's good work before the entry ever got there for Devin.
Good seal by Devin. He got Eddie on the hip and wouldn't let Eddie slide around, and finally gets called for the hold. So now Eddie with 3 fouls, 9:29 to go here in the third. But with Kobe on the in the locker room right now, I think they can afford to keep him out there just a little longer.
Yeah, Lamar's got the mismatch with Battier. Let's see if they can't post him up. Instead, Smush. Now Lamar with the catch.
Got to go to work.
And shot clock all the way down. He's got to. It'll be a tough ball away. And Chris Mihm keeping it alive. How about that offensive glass? Chris Mihm with his 5th board. Lakers with a fresh shot clock.
Well, he just outworked Gasol that time.
Lamar off balance. That's a break for the Lakers. It was going right to Mike Miller. It was tapped out of bounds by Battier because Lamar was headed straight to his wallet.
And Lamar said, I went to my wallet because Battier, with his left hand around my waist, pulled me down. And the official said, I didn't see that.
54-50. Only a 4-point lead for the Lakers. Now Wafer inside. Man, he thought he had contact. Didn't get a whistle.
Well, see, there's another example, though, of going to his left, shooting with his right hand when he should have put the ball in his left hand and tried maybe a little left hand scoop shot or something, but put it right back into the defender.
Stoudemire, Battier, 4th best on 3s. And that just glanced off the rim out of bounds. That was close to an air ball.
Well,
I think it hit the left side of the rim, even though he's getting the old Bronx cheer here in L.A.
Oh, boy. Fans love to make you feel bad, don't you, when you shoot that air ball?
How about starting the second half like this? So that's back to the first half when the Lakers missed their last couple. And they're going to call Lamar on the foul. Okay. So another turnover for the Lakers. That's 11 giveaways for Lamar, his 2nd foul.
That got Phil Jackson up off the bench in a hurry. He said, now, wait a minute. What are you calling here?
And we can understand why now. They don't need another look at that. Miller on the screen and roll. Lamar on the switch. Over Lamar. Man, a break for the Lakers. Mihm with another board.
Lakers need a hoop here in a bad way.
It's an interesting configuration of the floor for the Lakers to begin with. With Smush out there, Von Wafer, Devin, Lamar, and Chris Mihm. Not a combination we've seen a lot. Pass is saved by Smush.
Ooh,
real awkward position for the Lakers to be in.
Got to go to work here, Lamar.
It'll be Lamar with a 3. Got it. Lamar, a pick-me-up. 57-50 as Lamar's got 8, 10, and 5. Strange numbers, but they'll work.
I tell you, that was a big-time look up at the clock by Lamar, and obviously the conversion was even bigger.
Devin almost, after that lazy bounce by Stoudemire, came up with the steal on the curl. Eddie Jones. Battier working his way for Gasol. And Gasol almost blocked, but Chris Mihm just a tad late as he was helping on the other side of the paint. 57-52.
The Grizzlies trying to put some junk defenses in there. Tried to trap Smush, but he got away from it.
Now they clear out, go over the top. Boy, Battier's getting away with murder. Go up. I thought it'd be Lamar. Instead, Smush. And Von Wafer's there. Can he control it? Yes, but it's taken away. Stoudemire, they say, is on the baseline.
That was a good try, though, by Von. Von Wafer was a little bit out of position to get the rebound cleanly, but he fought after it and finally gets 2 hands on it. And Stoudemire was on the baseline when he tried to take it away. So we've got a timeout on the court.
One. Really need one.
Phil Jackson wants to talk to this group as their lead is still 5, but not a very convincing 5. And it's only 5 because Lamar made a 3 just a second ago with 3 on the shot clock. The Lakers, that was their first basket of the quarter.
Laker basketball on FSN West is brought to you by the Rocky Mountain Refreshing Coors Light. Taste the cold. And by the Lexus December to Remember sales event, now through January 3rd. Welcome back once again to Southern California. Joel Myers along with Stu Lance, a 57-52 lead for the Lakers over the Grizzlies. Not much going for the Lakers, though, just 1 for 6 so far. here in the third quarter. And don't forget, join us, Jazz, here 6 o'clock Sunday night. So the first game of the new year for the Lakers. We'll be here. Lakers Live, 6 o'clock with Billy McDonald and Jack Haley. Well, first it's his thumb against the Wizards on Monday when he's smacked by Brendan Haywood up against the glass. Talk about the walking wounded. Kobe's back. Couple of stitches. As good as new. And you knew he wouldn't be gone long.
Well, the Lakers only talked about it right before that. Before we came back, the one field goal here in 5 minutes of the third.
Now Kobe held up by Mike Miller. I do like the fact that the Lakers are starting to pick it up on the glass in the offensive end. They've outboarded the Grizzlies 31-21, and 8 of the 21, or 8 of the 31, are at the offensive end for the Lakers. Now let's see if they can get some second chance points out of it. Kobe once again against Eddie Jones. Over Eddie, long two. And it'll be a couple of Grizzlies. It'll be taken away from Gasol by Miller. That was the third team foul on the Grizzlies. And make it the first, actually, on the Grizzlies. The field goal situation, not a good one on the ground. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by the Lakers and Smush Parker.
Well, there are times when the ball is loose and you just have to sacrifice your body and go down to the floor and maybe fall on it, hatch it, as opposed to trying to reach down, and ends up going off the heel of your foot and gives it right back to the opposition.
Plenty of time with the shot clock to get a decent look in the offensive end. Inside of 6.5 left in an uneventful third quarter. Eddie Jones with a long deuce. Too good a look for Eddie Jones at the head of the key. He's got a dozen in limited minutes in only 18 minutes. 5 of 6 from the field. The Lakers by only 3. Got to wake up. It'll be Smush Parker up against Stoudemire. Man, out of bounds. Last touch by Eddie Jones.
Eddie went over the top of that one. Kobe went baseline and was open, but Eddie, with his quickness, was able to recover over the top and get a hand on it.
Kobe, plenty of time still on the shot clock. Lamar up against Battier, goes hard to the hole, uses the window. Mihm keeps it alive. Good play, Chris Mihm. Now he's going to get out of the paint, threw it away. It's on the ground, and Battier had it knocked away by Devin George. You talked about a guy sacrificing. He went down.
Exactly.
He was hungry enough.
He went down to get the basketball as opposed to just reaching down. That's a long way down for most of these NBA players. So sit on it if you have to.
You know, the Lakers won only 3 points over the last 6 minutes. That's an equation for disaster. What is it about the third quarter for the Lakers? Kobe smacked it away from Eddie Jones at a late call. It'll be a couple of free throws coming up for Eddie Jones.
Eddie's about the only player on their team that hasn't been to the free throw line. This will be his first trip. Isolation play. Kobe gets all the ball, but they said, hey, got him before he reached in, because when he slapped at the ball, that's all he got was ball.
Real legitimate gripe by Kobe. Eddie Jones gets the first 2. He's got 13. They have 2 in double figures. Stoudemire at 14. Eddie about to hit 14 with his free throw and make it a 1-point game. Well, these two teams, you knew they had to cool off, but I didn't know they'd go into a deep freeze. I mean, the Lakers were close to 70% at the end of the first quarter. 10-3 Grizzlies so far here in the third. 57-56 Lakers.
The Grizz looking for their first lead here.
Kobe, good look. And he comes through. Cashes in on the 3. Lakers by 4. Kobe has 19, but only 5 of 15 for the field.
Still no real life on the defensive end yet. The Lakers got to get back to that real aggressive jump switching and talking defensively.
Now Chris Mihm trying to get back into it, and he splacked it away from Gasol. Got back and recovered in time on the break. Smush goes the distance and blows the finger roll. Gotta finish. Unbelievable. Now,
anytime you miss a layup, rest assured the opposition will score.
There's a foul on Devin. So for the Lakers, that is their third team foul.
All started with the defense, too. The Lakers did a good job. Chris Mihm just stripping the ball from Pau Gasol, and then the bounce pass, and Smush says, I got an easy one. I'm not going to miss this one, am I?
Wow. You know, did you see where it went from his palm? Not his fingertips. Wow.
That's the one he should have tried to hammer down as well, I guess.
And it wasn't contested.
Nobody feels worse about those kind of situations than the guy that may miss the shot. So I'm sure Smush is killing himself right now.
Miller smacked away again. Chris Mihm with the block. Now the Lakers don't have the numbers. Grizzlies got back in the transition. Smush setting up, pick and roll. Lamar, that's rejected. Boy, a block party lately. Gasol got that one.
Well, the Laker transition went away when Lamar had it in the middle, passed it out of the middle, and that's what broke the Lakers' transition game. If he'd have kept it a couple more dribbles, they could have attacked.
60-56, Stoudemire, too good a look. Nobody came out. Lamar floated in that direction, but he didn't contest the shot. And all of a sudden, it's back to a bucket. 60-58 Lakers. Stoudemire was 16. Got to get these guys going. Lamar draws 2, frees up Chris Mihm. Kobe had the inside position early. Now over Eddie Jones. How tough was that? And Lamar and Chris right there together. Go back up. Lamar jumps it back out. Wow. Interesting. It'll be Kobe. Deep three. Got it again. Kobe's got 22. Lakers lead by 5.
I know he's riled up now. I mean, he's normally a very passionate guy. But after getting clocked upside the head by that elbow, he is really fired up.
And then he didn't think he committed the foul, and neither do we with Eddie Jones. Gasol blocked by Lamar. Good secondary stop there for the Lakers.
Why is Pau Gasol at 7 foot showing the ball that early?
Do you believe this guy?
Yeah, I believe him.
Unreal. Kobe's got 25. Lakers lead by 8. Timeout Memphis.
Oh, Kobe's got the crowd fired up, and they are on their feet as the Lakers go to the bench. They've all of a sudden opened up another 8-point lead, but it started with the defense, and that defense has created the 3-point opportunities for Kobe. The first one, splash. Come back down, and Lamar gets the block and says, Kobe, can you do it from the other side of the floor? Kobe says, what game have you been watching? I can do it from inside, outside, backside, your side.
Yeah, you don't want to make him mad. You don't want to get him angry, because if he gets mad, he's definitely going to get even. And Kobe is doing that as we broke away. They needed to slow this guy down.
I mean, and once he got going, he wants the ball back. He's saying, give it back, give it back. I know I can shoot it from here. I'm in the building. If I'm in the building, I can shoot it. And shoot it, he does. And that forced the Grizzlies to take the timeout. And the Lakers have opened up that 8-point lead. And Kobe with 25 tonight. Yeah, I think he does like the Memphis Grizzlies. When he had his previous career high before the other night, he had 56 in 3 quarters against them.
Believe it or not, even with 27 in the last game, as Eddie Jones got Lamar up in the air. And that is going to be the 4th team foul on the Lakers. It should be on the ground on the side. Believe it or not, Kobe in the last 4 against the Grizzlies overall has averaged just 16. Because you got to go back to 2002 for the 56er.
Yeah, well, again, things can be misleading.
Right.
I mean, you look at the game he had in Memphis where he didn't play in the 4th quarter again.
Didn't need him.
Right. But as long as the Lakers get the wins, that's the only.
Yeah, he doesn't care.
The only stat that should be important to anybody.
Now can the Lakers get some stops? The biggest lead of the contest came in the first half a couple of times. It was 10. 8 at the break, and Gasol held up. He'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Now that was a good change of pace by Gasol. Usually, or tonight he's been catching it and then just waiting and waiting. That time he caught it in a quick move, and I think it possibly caught Chris by surprise. You know, Chris Mihm with that got that knee banged up right before the halftime where he had the contusion on the left knee. He's played here in the 3rd. I'm wondering now how he will respond if he goes out of the game, sits for a while. Will it stiffen up? Then will he be able to come back?
Stopped 6 straight by the Lakers as Kobe hit those 2 threes. You know, interesting proposition. So 254, and I would think the staff is probably thinking about it the same way. He's staying on the floor as Gasol gets 2. Gasol averaged 18 and 7 last year. He's at 19 and a half and 9.5 so far this season. And tonight, well, how about 3 for 13? He's got 10 and only 3 boards. 2:45 to play. Kobe feeling it still? No. Devin's there. It doesn't hang on, though. And Battier touched it last, keeping it alive. Devin gives the Lakers a fresh shot clock.
Devin's been very, very active tonight. I mean, obviously with his 13 points that he has on 6 out of 10, but real active on both ends of the floor.
On the inbounds, Kobe up against Eddie Jones. Fresh shot clock, though. Plenty of time. Kobe on the baseline. creating on his own. Well, Chris Mihm will try to keep it alive, but it's taken away by the smarter Mike Miller from behind.
This is where you got to match up. When you get out of, cross matches coming down, you got to talk, got to make sure you have a man, and somebody might have to take yours.
Both teams below 45% shooting. Got to close on that guy. And again, nobody rotated out in time. Lamar was late on Eddie Jones. It's almost like he brought it up from the holster. 66-63 over the top. We'll get a foul inside as they tried to tie up. And if it's Eddie, that's his fourth.
And it's Eddie.
Yep. So Eddie should sit down with 2:03 to play in the quarter.
I mean, they have to take him off of Kobe otherwise. I mean, he's got 4 and he's still on Kobe. So that's a gamble. Sometimes coaches gamble and win. Sometimes they gamble and lose.
Now Kobe trying to go right by him, and he does. Banks too strong, and Miller kept it away from Lamar.
And that 8-point lead seems like it was a long time ago. As now Memphis again can come to within 2 and even tie it up.
Yep. Let it go out of bounds. Nope, it won't. And Gasol saves it. So Gasol beating the Lakers with the punch, going after that one. Miller for the tie. And Mike Miller has tied it up. 8-0 run for the Grizzlies. Sixers are wild, and it's tied at 66. You believe it. Minute 25 left in the third. Grizzlies coming off an overtime loss on Monday. 6 games over the 500 mark. Lakers got to get their act together at home. Kobe in tight quarters, held up. Now they've got Mike Miller on Kobe.
Well, the shot clock is becoming a factor.
Kobe weaving his way past Gasol, finger rolled it, and Battier got the foul. So Kobe to shoot 2.
You know, that time they had Kobe really seemingly trapped on the sideline, but the trap was with a 7-footer, and he just didn't move his feet at all. And Kobe was able to split the 2 and get to the paint, get fouled, and now he's at the charity stripe again.
Now, Kobe has expended a great deal of energy over the last 3-4 minutes.
He has a great deal of energy in that tank.
Only a third of his shots falling, but 80% so far at the stripe tonight. Tries to give the Lakers the lead. And does exactly that. 9 of 11 to the free throw line. Among the top 3 in free throw attempts per game. He's got 26 so far this evening, 6 below his average.
Well, the Lakers are continuing to be that roller coaster team in this game again, where they play okay for a minute or 2, and then they revert back to having lapses on both ends of the floor.
So now the Grizzlies with an opportunity for the lead, and they have not led so far in the game. 65 seconds and counting left in the third. It has not been a pretty picture for the Lakers as they're down to 43.6% in the contest. Smush Oliver Stoudemire. Now Battier supplying the pick and a quick release. That was a better close by Smush. Lakers still by 1.
Nice rebound by Lamar. 2 hands with authority.
Man, how about 14 for Lamar on the glass? Kobe had to go off his knee. Still plenty of time with the shot clock. Forget about the 2 for 1. Well, not according to Kobe. Rattles out. Mihm kept it alive. Miller comes up with another one. Boy, Mike Miller's been a rock for them on the glass tonight. That's his 12th rebound. They'll go along with 9 points.
Yeah, if you're going to play a small lineup, then you're going to have one of your smalls be a guy that'll look to go to the glass.
Eddie Jones early with an awkward look and almost tipped in. It's kept alive but picked up by Devin. So the Lakers will get the final look, and that's a move you don't normally see from a veteran like Eddie Jones that early.
How many times, though, do you see a team take the shot too soon?
Kobe all the way to the hole, and not even the rim. It looked like he almost lost it on his way up. So quarter won by the Grizzlies by 7, but the Lakers go to the 4th, still up by 1.
Well, they're going to have to clean their act up here in the final 12 minutes, or else they're not going to be victorious. Kobe got the slap across the face, and required some attention in the locker room. Came back, knocked down 2 consecutive threes, and you thought, well, the Lakers who were up by 8 at that time are going to walk away with this one. No, wasn't going to be, as now we've got a ball game on our hands.
It started out like the Lakers were going to hit for about 125 tonight. It has changed dramatically, though. Welcome back to Staples Center. Joel Marsland was 2 Lance. Well, ever since that 74% in the first quarter, how about 26% over the next 2?
Yeah, both teams have really cooled off quite a bit. Neither team shooting 42% or higher. The Lakers are at 42, the Grizz at 41. So 12 minutes here, and you can see the offensive production for the Lakers. 35 in the first, dropped to 19 in the second, and then 13 in the third.
Now Lamar against Battier, trying on the follow away. Man, Luke went for it, but Gasol gets it. So again, Memphis looks for their first lead of the game, and the Lakers only 21% just in the third quarter alone. Let's see if this lineup moves the ball a little bit better. Not a lot of ball movement for the Lakers passing-wise. Gasol reversed it. Good ball movement this time.
That's too much passing there.
One too many, and Gasol with only 4 on the shot clock. Back to Burks, and that'll do it. Jones didn't get it away in time.
See, I told you, too much passing. They passed up 2 open looks. I mean, it's nice to be unselfish and make the extra pass, but when you have an open look, take it, unless you are an absolute terrible shooter from that distance.
So Luke Walton starts the fourth with Sasha, Lamar, Kobe, and Kawhi.
They got to just run their offense. I mean, the Lakers in that third quarter really didn't do a good job of running their offense.
Kobe, good look, and Kobe fills it up. Lakers by 3, 69-66. 28 for Kobe. He was real decisive after he had a little space against Mike Miller.
Sasha can keep Burks in front of him here.
Sasha had been doing a better job up against smaller guards. Kwame, outstanding. Miller, though, and the long rebound over the head of Kwame. Can't do anything about a long miss and a long rebound like that. That's a bad break. Gasol all the way to the rim and the finger roll. First step by Gasol. Pretty quick one for a guy his size.
Yeah, a little jab fake to the middle, and then he got the baseline that he wanted and scored easily.
Lakers still by a point, 69-68. Bunch together, almost had it taken away. Inside of 10 on the shot clock. Isolation for Kobe. Up against Mike Miller again after the first step. And Luke will come up with an offensive rebound. Kobe slicing his way to the paint. Creates the contact and goes to the line looking for the three-point play. Good pass by Luke.
Nice
Found
rebound.
it in stride.
Nice rebound by Luke. I mean, did a good job of getting to the offensive glass, getting the rebound, and that enabled the Lakers to get the three-point opportunity that they have right now. And Kobe will try to give them a 4-point advantage.
That is the foul. I thought it was on Eddie Jones. It'll be Battier instead. So the third on Battier.
Well, Fratello gambled and won with Eddie Jones. He kept him in the game when he picked up that fourth, and Eddie did not pick up the fifth. So that's one that he wins. A lot of times, though, you try that and you come up on the short end.
Well, here's something we talked about. Kobe's got the last 15 points for the Lakers.
That's not good.
No, we talked about a secondary source, another option. And the Lakers need more than 2 options behind Kobe. Gasol bailed out, Miller hard to the hole. Kwame got there in time. Wow, what a break. It didn't look that way from here. What a break. I don't blame Mike Miller.
You got to give Kwame some credit, though. I mean, he did a good job of sliding over. Did he get planted? And because he was well outside the restricted area. The key is, did he get himself planted? And the official that was standing like 2 feet away says, yes, he was planted.
Yeah, he's still moving as we speak.
And he's still planted.
72-68 Lakers. Isolation Lamar against the smaller man, Shane Battier. On the bank. Not even close. He thought he was hit underneath, but still get the rim. Nice pass. Gasol.
Very nice pass.
So the pass by Burke, 72-70. Lakers by only 2. A little more than 9 minutes left in the contest. No space at all for the Lakers. They just can't find breathing room on their home floor.
Well, it's that roller coaster they're riding. They just can't stay up on it. They have to go down in those valleys.
Kobe working on Dante Jones, the baseline jumper. Great look. Once he elevates that close to the basket, Jones couldn't do a thing. Kobe above his average now at 33.
Well, I mean, defense is a reactionary position, and the good offensive players make you react to play. That should be on Burks.
Yeah, it will be. Burks on the loose ball foul. Good job, Sasha. You know, he's pestered smaller guards before, and earlier we saw him burn, but he came through, especially late.
Well, he did a good job that time, he being Sasha, of reaching in with that right hand, and when the ball was free, it was Burks that they ruled impeded the progress of Sasha, and so the Lakers get possession. Got a timeout on the floor. 8 minutes, 56 seconds to go in the fourth quarter, and Lakers are just holding on. Can they hold on a little longer?
Celebrating 20 years, this is FSN West.
Laker basketball on FSN West is brought to you by Corona Extra, miles away from ordinary. And by Jack Daniels, crafted with care. Please enjoy the same way. Jack Daniels Tennessee Whiskey, Lynchburg, Tennessee. The Lakers have done enough defensively tonight to have a bigger lead than only 4. 74-70, 8:56 left in the fourth. Joel Myers along with Stu Lance. And, well, Kobe with the last 17 for the Lakers. Don't forget. Southern California Sports Report coming up right after the game with Billy Mack, Billy McDonald, Jack Haley. Stu and I will join the guys. Stick around for all the interviews from the locker room. Hopefully after a Laker win, we'll see though. They still can't separate themselves from the Memphis Grizzlies. Get it back after the takeaway by Sasha. It is great to see 17 consecutive for Kobe. It is not healthy in the big picture for the Lakers though.
No, I mean, you just need some balance on the offensive end. I mean, they rely on him so much.
Long two. Kwame after it, and a loose ball foul coming over the back. Not much contact, but that is the first team foul on the Lakers. 2 compared for the Grizzlies at this juncture of the fourth. Now, you're right. Balance is when they succeeded on that 5-1 road trip. It was because a lot of starters were involved and the ball was moving. Now off the pick and roll, Miller. And Luke almost got that stop. Almost came up with it. Now he's got a mismatch against Gasol. Surprised Gasol didn't try to get to the basket against him. Miller. Ooh, man, that's a hard.
That's going to be a flagrant one. There's the payback right there.
Miller hit the deck and he ran into Kobe.
Kobe stuck the elbow out. And that was the payback. You knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
You know, Miller got his when he used his off arm to crack into Kobe's forehead. And here it comes. Okay, that'll be a fine, and it'll also be, I believe, as you say, they're going to clear it out for a flagrant.
Yeah, I mean, there's no question it's a flagrant.
Now, you talked about payback. This is the third quarter.
Well, the elbow on the shot to the left side of Kobe's face, up around the eye, that required some attendance or attention in the locker room, and he came back out with a bandage. I'm sure he either has some sutures or
it's
that new
glue
stuff they have on that glue stuff.
He's got an inch gash that's covered. So a couple of free throws coming up for Mike Miller.
Drives into the paint and receives the nice little welcome.
Miller gets the first. He's got 10 to go along with 14 boards, the season high as far as the rebounds are concerned for Miller.
This could conceivably be a 6-point trip for the Grizzlies. 2 free throws and then a 3-point basket on a foul. You have a 4-point play there.
That's that potential.
I mean, that's taking it to the max, but it could happen.
8:24 to play, and let's see how the two teams respond after that. So the Lakers 9th in the league in points allowed, giving up only, right around 93.5 per game. So far, it's 72 for the Grizzlies. They still have a little more than 8 to play. Miller setting up Burks. Good defense. They really closed that time. Out of bounds. Last touch by Gasol. That was a good close coming out that time by Sasha.
That's all you can ask defensively is, when you help and recover, you got to close out and make the offensive guy aware that you're there. Don't just close out with your hands down. Make him think that you're coming to affect his shot.
Now can they capitalize at the opposite end? Real quiet night ever since the first quarter. Luke ridden by Miller. That is the 3rd team foul on Memphis.
As so often happens, after you have a flagrant foul of any kind on either team, the officials start to look to really call things close to the vest to make sure the game doesn't get out of hand in any way.
Miller sits down. He gets his 5th foul. So Eddie Jones with 4 is back on the floor. They've got 4 in double figures, and Battier, a 5th, has 8 among their starters. Sasha beating Burke, setting up Lamar. Now, Lamar on the penetration move is held up by Battier. So they're out of fouls. Rest of the way after this, the Lakers shoot. That's a plus.
Well, it's a plus if you can convert. The Lakers are 13 out of 19 from that position, only 68%. So they really got to clean up their act as Devin George is ready to check back in. You remember in the first half we talked about Devin season high is 14. And
yes,
I said he'll get that this half. He's still sitting on 13.
I'll tell you something. I'm not going to Santa Anita with you. You said he should have had it by halftime.
Yeah, you should have. Come on, don't blame me.
Yeah, sure.
You can't make it if you don't take it.
You can stop a horse 70 yards from the finish.
And half.
Inside of 8 left. Now, can the Lakers get some whistles? Get to the free throw line. Luke on the bounce. Sasha, a good look. Instead, gives it back. Luke's got to. Shot clock down. Luke's up and in. Lakers by 4. Good ball movement by the Lakers from Sasha and Luke. As Luke's got 5 off the bench. See if the young guns can kind of energize everybody around here. It's been too quiet this Sunday. It seems like a Sunday night. It's Wednesday, isn't it? They're not wearing white. That's right. Burks created contact, gets the layup, and he almost got the opportunity for the three-point play.
Yeah, possibly should have. Did a good job of creating the contact, but at least kept his concentration so that he got the basket.
76-74. Lakers by a deuce. Luke trying to settle the rub. Sasha, tough three, contested. And on the long rebound, look out in transition. Burks, Sasha stayed in front of him. And making Dante Jones actually. Now the box out by Luke, and it's going to be, you got to call a loose ball foul the other way. He's got the position inside. Yes.
Again.
It'll be Battier, and a couple of free throws coming up. Tony Brown was about to give the foul to Luke, and he looked over, and Derek Stafford, I think, gave him some guidance.
Shane Battier cannot believe it. He's saying, what did I do? All I did was try to jump. He kept boxing me and walking me out.
Yeah, but he's inside,
called the foul. So the shot goes up. Luke's got position. They're battling for the rebound. Who's holding whom here?
That is textbook, though, once you get the inside position.
Yeah, I mean, if you got the inside position, you generally will get the call. So 5 fouls now on Shane Battier. So both he and Mike Miller in some serious trouble with 6:45 left to play.
Well, let's see if he gambles and leaves Battier out there. Luke gets the first of 2, and the Lakers need every free throw the rest of the way. Battier is going to sit down, and a kid I really like, who's going to be a player in this league. Hakeem Warwick, the rookie out of Syracuse. Surprised we haven't seen him earlier tonight.
Well, he was in briefly in the first half. Real brief.
He was one possession and gone. And Luke doesn't get both, though. He was 19th overall out of Syracuse.
You better keep him off the offensive glass, that's for sure.
And he's a leaper.
He can fly.
Now Sasha on the reach. How about a touch foul 35 feet from the basket? That is the 3rd team foul of the Lakers, so they still have 1 to give, but I got a feeling we're going to be here for a while. Where is the foul here?
Let me tell you something. If you can't touch a player, the foul was called with the left hand, not the swing with the right.
The stiff arm on the
but
hip.
If you can't touch a player, come on. That's not good. That's not good.
Now the screen and roll. Stoudemire forced to his weak side. Sasha stays with him. Eddie Jones jumped into Luke.
Now that should have been a foul.
Lakers get a break. Kobe with Luke. And Devin strong to the rack. Kwame helped out. Lakers go up 79-74. How'd you like that block by Kwame?
How'd you like that foul on the other end that wasn't called?
We are halfway through the 4th quarter. Lakers' biggest lead of the night was 10. They're up to 5.
Technical foul on Mike Fratello.
Yeah, Mike Fratello's got a tee. Kobe will go to the stripe. Kwame backed and really moved the man out so Devin could go there on the right side of the paint.
Well, again, though, Mike Fratello gets the technical, but you have to protect your team when you think they got misused there. Think about misusing somebody. Kwame with the seal and Devin George. Now he has a season high. I told you he was going to get it. I was just off by about an hour.
I'm glad you said an hour. I was going to say at least an hour. Kobe comes through at the free throw line. 80-74. Lakers by 6. Kobe's got 34. 31 the last game when Kobe dominated the first half but couldn't get it going into the second half, and now Fratello is gone.
No, he threw somebody out. I don't know who it is.
I thought it was Fratello.
Might be Eddie.
Because Fratello said something as well, and Derek Stafford was looking that way, and maybe it is Eddie.
Yeah, I think it's Eddie.
He was in his ear.
Well, Eddie had a gripe. I thought Eddie got fouled on the previous play, and Eddie was just letting him have it. And he obviously let him have it with a lot.
And you know Eddie so well. Eddie's not that kind of guy anyway. I mean, he's a great competitor, but you never see Eddie throwing out of a game.
Yeah, he feels like he was, he should have gotten the call on the other end, and when he didn't get it, and then Mike Fratello gets the technical, and Eddie just still was upset. You can get tossed after one, depending upon what it is that one created.
And it's kind of funny because neither of us disagreed with Eddie when we saw it live. He had contact.
I thought he got fouled.
Right.
That's the only reason why he threw the shot up the way he did.
Kobe gets another technical free throw for the Lakers. 35 for Kobe with 11 of the 35 coming to the free throw line, or making 12 of the 35 with that.
Well, let's see who responds now to this. Exactly 6 minutes to play. Let's see if the Lakers can keep the Grizzlies down, or do the Grizzlies really bite the bullet and keep going.
Off the screen, a roll. Kwame trying to keep up with Gasol. Good catch by Dante Jones. And underneath,
he's out of bounds.
Nifty move. I knew he had a lot of space down there, didn't he? He used almost too much.
There's only so much real estate you can have when someone is defensively on the baseline. You got to make sure you can get around them and not step out. As the Lakers take advantage of it, get the ball back, and Devin George says, still, you were a little bit late for my prediction of a season high, but here's my final deuce that gets me to 15.
It hasn't been easy for the Lakers, so a 7-point lead's kind of a large cushion with 5:45 to play in the fourth. And here's why Eddie Jones was so upset.
Well, he did a head fake. Guys jump on him. He just throws it up thinking it's a two-shot foul. I got a chance at a 3-point play, and all of a sudden he says, what? No whistle? Are you kidding me?
Yeah, and that's automatic in this day and age. When you get a guy up into the air.
But again, and Eddie's my main man. But you have to let it go. I mean, if you continually stay on that one play, it really can affect you, and it affected him in the way that he's now out of the game.
Sasha on the curl didn't have anything, so Kobe reversing it, fake the shot, out of bounds. Goes back the other way. How about the Lakers only 9 for 29 in the second half? I'm surprised they're at 81, but 16 free throws made out of 23. So the Lakers lead by 7, but 13 turnovers.
Well, again, another chance there they had to really make the Grizzlies think about something, and then they come down and turn it over.
And the Grizzlies off a turnover. Dante Jones set up by Damon Stoudemire on the dribble penetration. Sometimes you give a guy too much credit. Sasha did a decent job of staying in front of Stoudemire, but they collapsed into the paint. That was an easy look. 5 minutes to play in regulation. 81-76. Lakers can't afford any more dry spells. Simple as that. Now up against Jones. Jones got away with a lot. If Sasha's called out there on Damon Stoudemire, you got to believe Kobe's going to get a call. Well, and the Grizzlies are out of foul.
Well, if Sasha was called for what he did, then every trip down there should be a whistle. I mean, you have to stay 2 feet off the players if you're not allowed to touch them at all.
He just wanted to find out what that cloth was, the fabric, and how they made those shorts. So Kobe shoots 2.
There's been a lot of free throws in this game. Well, when you look at it total, there's only 47, make it 48 now. But just a lot of whistles, Smush, I like that look.
It'd be better if it was an ice pack. 82-76.
Maybe that is.
Especially late at night. 4:53 left, and now the Lakers are back up by 7. 37 for Kobe. Only 2 of the Lakers in double figures. 15 for Devin. A season high, and 11 for Chris Mihm. Seems like Chris hasn't been on the floor for a long, long time. He hasn't been in there in the fourth quarter, at least. Man, it's going to be a moving deck. They're calling Battier for sliding over a little bit too much.
Oh, he's gone.
So he is gone, as you mentioned, with his 6th. Eddie Jones started been thrown out of the game.
And he's close to getting a tech, too. The official did a good job of restraining himself as he was going by. And they said he moved into Devin, called the moving screen, and Shane says, you got to be joking me.
You know, the Lakers are 18-1 in LA ever since they came into the league as the Vancouver Grizzlies. But from what we've seen tonight, Kobe getting smacked by Miller and Kobe coming back a little bit. Now Eddie upset and gone. Kobe on the maneuver. Off the glass. Kwame didn't time it. Otherwise, he had the rebound on the opposite side. There's some bad blood brewing here. I mean, they're not going to like each other the next time they see each other, and that's going to be here. Stoudemire on the line. And they even said it would have been for 3. Wow, it looked like he was right on the line. Break for the Lakers, but an offensive rebound. Gasol batted it out to Dante Jones. Final 4:05.
He wants to go to his left when he gives a jab fake.
Kwame with the takeaway, the late call by Derek Stafford. Do they bring it to the side or give him 2?
Well, he wasn't shooting.
Well, you never know.
Yeah, that's
it's been
true.
that kind of night.
That's very true.
Gotta wait. 4:01 to play. Ooh. Okay.
Now, that's why I tell players, you know, you just have, it may be a bad call, but just let it go. Continue to play because they make bad calls on both ends.
Right. Without a doubt. Now Stoudemire. Kwame got a piece of it. The foul. Gasol. Too many second chances now for the Memphis Grizzlies. 16 for Pau Gasol. That's on a bad shooting night. 6 of 17.
Well, there have been a lot of bad shooting nights in this game. 42% or 43% for the Lakers and 41 for the Grizzlies.
Yeah. Ball standing around too long. Kwame never left the paint. And now they're going to call an offensive foul anyway on Kwame. He was still in the paint. They'll call him for trying to clear out. 5th on Kwame. And let's see if Chris Mihm gets off the bench. He's been on the bench, though, and you talked about it. When you have an injury like that in the knee, you got to stay warm, and he's been on the bench cold a while.
There's a case where they catch the second foul.
Back door, easy. The Lakers not paying attention at all to the defensive end. In slow motion, 83-80, so that's 4 straight for the Grizzlies. And they go to the break right back in it.
Did you expect anything else?
Right,
this roller coaster just continues. And now it's the Grizzlies on the top as Damon Stoudemire throws it up and Pau Gasol throws it down.
Only a 3-point lead for the Lakers after a couple of breakdowns defensively. 3:22 left in the contest. The Lakers down to only 1 timeout and at 20. And I mentioned earlier in just the last few minutes, the Lakers 18-1 against this team on their home floor. But over the last 9, well, how about Memphis taking 6 of 9? Go to 14, though. It's the Lakers 8-6. But they used to dominate this team. And now I think Jerry West knows how to put together a team. That's what it tells you.
There's no question about that. As Kwame Brown looks on in the huddle, Phil Jackson giving his team some instructions. Chris Mihm comes in at the 3:22 mark. So the Lakers nursing, and I mean really nursing, a 3-point lead, will have possession. Let's see what they do out of the timeout.
And let's hope it's better than the final possession in Washington. 3:22, as you mentioned, left and right after regulation here. Hopefully overtime won't be needed. It'll be Billy McDonald. Jack Yeller with the Southern California Sports Report from Staples Center. So the Lakers on the high screen to roll for Kobe. Sasha wanted to go to Chris. Chris back in the game right inside. That's the way to go to the hole. Pour it to the post. Lakers back up by 5.
Oh, what a nice job of getting position, using your left hand. Nice job, Chris.
Are you surprised to see him back there?
Back in the game?
Yes.
No. Not too surprised.
He went to the locker room with a contusion on his left knee. Gasol close, and Chris gets a break like the Lakers. Usually Gasol makes that.
But the last step by Gasol, if he would have attacked more toward the basket instead of going more toward the sideline, he would have had an even easier attempt.
Yeah, it turned out to be a fall away for Gasol. Kobe shaking, tried to get it to Lamar. Lamar got to get out of the paint. Go to the boundary, Lamar. Get out of the paint. Kobe shot clock all the way down. Guess what? He's up. Alive. Well, Chris tried to jam it in.
Man behind him.
Gasol
fouling.
And Sasha with a smart play. He played the ball. They can't call a flagrant on that. He'll go to the line to shoot 2, and a heads-up play by Sasha.
Yeah.
He's appreciated by everybody here at Staples.
Exactly. I mean, that's a situation where you have to make sure the guy doesn't score the layup. Make him go to the line and shoot 2. The Lakers had an opportunity on that rebound, but too many guys caught under the basket. And then Sasha with the heads-up play, sending Pau Gasol to the line to shoot 2, where he is 4 out of 6 in the game.
Yeah, they're only 14 of 24 at the free throw line. They started 5 for 15, so they've improved there. Not exactly money in the bank, though. Gasol gets the first of 2 on the season, 67% of the strike.
But those are the kind of points, though, even with the points he scored here. You can't give those up where you don't have defensive balance where somebody can't sneak out on you and get an opportunity like that.
85-82. Second. Tried to bounce out, rattled home, though. Every possession now. What's it going to be? Kobe hard to the hole, forced it. And the loose ball. Devin is hit on the top of the head by Hakeem Warren. He'll go to the line to shoot 2. Devin looks around like, who, me? Yes, you. So he'll shoot 2 now. And this is going to be Devin's first trip to the stripe. It's always interesting when you've been on the floor a lot, but you haven't been to the free throw line. Yeah. He's only been there 13 times to try 13 attempts this year. 9 of 13.
Yeah, been on the floor 39 minutes tonight. This is his first attempt.
High enough. Almost brought rain.
And good enough.
And it worked. 2:06 left. 86-82. Well, it's been a strange game.
Yeah, it has. It's been a very, very strange one.
Devin doesn't get the second, though. So the Lakers only 19 of 27 at the free throw line. A lot better than the Grizzlies there. And they get the stops. Hedging on the pick and roll. Somebody's got to help Chris Mihm. Gasol, look out, Dante Jones. And Chris Mihm came over. That's a loose ball foul. Lamar just flew out of bounds on his own.
You have to be a little bit more subtle than that. Right. You know, a lot of pushing goes on under there.
He's got a good smile, though, Hakeem Warren, doesn't he?
You have to be a little bit more subtle than that. Now the key is if the Lakers are going to be able to convert free throws. They just missed 1 of 2. Lamar is going there as the shot was missed by Jones. 2 hands in the back by Hakeem here. And
he said, hey, I didn't have a 2x4. I had to use my 2 hands. So can Lamar hit his free throws? Lakers have missed 8 at the line tonight. Lamar 1 of 2. He's got 8 points, 14 boards, make it 9. Get to a double-double, Lamar. 14 boards. He's done a good job. He's only 3 of 8 from the field, but typical for Lamar, he's not in double figures in attempts.
Yeah,
very typical.
Yeah, he doesn't look to shoot the ball that much. He's looking for his 10th point here.
He doesn't get it.
See, the Lakers just keep the door open for the Grizzlies.
Nothing comes easy at Staples Center for the Lakers so far this season. Now going to get them the 500 mark at home. Minute 35 and counting. Gasol up against Mihm. Chris forcing him into an awkward shot. Good job by Chris Mihm. Rebound for Kobe. Now if you can just, one more bucket.
Yeah, a basket here really puts the Grizzlies in the very aggressive defensive mode where they're going to send you to the line a little bit.
Lamar wants it. Can't get it, though. And Gasol's got it. Minute 10 to play. Stop here. You can take it down to around 30 seconds. On the roll, Stoudemire. Can't get it out to Miller. I'm surprised he didn't take it. Stoudemire, look out. Unbelievable. You leave a shooter. That's what happens. 87-85. 61 seconds left. 19 for Damon Stoudemire.
Now this is the trip the Lakers need right here. Under a minute, 50-some seconds to play. A score here, and they'll be in good shape. But if they miss here, I don't want to stay for any extra session.
They come to their feet, Kobe. He won't go to the rack, will he? Will he elevate? Now he will. He got fouled first, so a couple of free throws, and that was deep with 6 on the shot clock. So Dante Jones gets his 5th. 42.4 to play. The guy you want at the free throw line is there, as Kobe is 14 of 17 to the stripe.
Mike Fratello. It's all right, Mike. Mike. Oh, man, he looks like he's dying over there.
Yeah, hair color may change before the end of the night.
So you want to be a coach, huh?
First for Kobe. Thank you. 88-85. Kobe 81% at the line. Best among the regulars. Well, I'm sorry to see Laurent Crawford. He's going to be missed by the Lakers.
Oh, yeah.
What a pro.
Season, probably season-ending surgery on his ruptured Achilles tendon.
Kobe doesn't get it. Door open. Timeout, Memphis. You said it.
Yeah.
Incredible to miss this many free throws. So the last 3 times to the line, Devin, also Lamar, and Kobe. 1 of 2.
Yeah. Nobody said it was going to be easy, but why are you making it this hard?
Lakers lead by 3. 41.5 seconds left. Should be more, though. They have not made their free throws down the stretch. Fortunately, Kobe did get it going late in the third and early in the fourth.
Well, he's got 38 points on the night, and he had a couple of big threes, and he's been the guy that obviously this team looks to bail him out every time. I talked about a three. That was one of the threes that he made when he had this Laker team up by 8, but they couldn't sustain anything, and now they see themselves up by only 3 with 41 seconds left to play. Now what the Lakers need to do, obviously, make them use up some of the clock.
Right.
Don't give up a three-point play or a three-point shot, because if they use up enough of the clock, you can almost work for the last shot and put them in a foul situation. So let's see how the Lakers do it defensively coming out of this timeout.
And Stu, we were talking about other sources other than Kobe and the dependency they have on this guy, which is not a very healthy situation. There's the timeout situation. But the bench hasn't done a thing tonight. A lot of guys have played, but only one has scored from the bench, and that's Luke Walton with 6, 4 boards and 3 assists. Kwame's been out there for 21 minutes. He does have 4 rebounds, but not even a putback.
Well, you can't make it if you don't take it, and Kwame only has taken 1 shot. Sasha's taken 1 shot, so not a lot of chances to score that way.
Can the Lakers get a stop? Final 35 seconds, leading by 3. Damon Stoudemire, too good on that. What's going on down there?
I told you.
Unbelievable on a pick and roll, and then Sasha
Why?
flies by.
First of all, why do you go under a screen when you're trying to protect a 3-point lead? Go over the top, so even if they score, you're still up by 1. You go under the screen, and then you have a flyby on your recovery. And Damon Stoudemire acted like this was a practice game. Go under a double screen, fly by, stand there, measure, and bury it. We've got ourselves a tie ball game with 28 seconds left to play.
28.2 to play, and the tough part for Laker fans, they're missing Bobby Jackson. He didn't play tonight. Shane Battier fouled out. Eddie Jones thrown out, and that's what is so disheartening, that they couldn't put away the Memphis Grizzlies earlier.
Well, yeah, that's disheartening, but more importantly, what's disheartening to me is the fact that, well, Damon Stoudemire's hit a couple of big threes. The last one that he hit, though, that was the first one that he hit in this quarter, but this one here is the one that gets me. You're protecting a 3-point lead. You never go under a screen on shooters to begin with.
Well, they had 2 guys there, though.
Doesn't matter. You still fight over the top, force him into the paint, where if he scores, it's a deuce.
So now 28.2 to play. Lakers will milk it. At least if they miss, and hopefully the Grizzlies will not have much time on the opposite side. Lamar back to Kobe. Well, they will get about the milk. Min kept it alive, and will go over to Hakeem Warren. You believe it. Now, final shot time coming up for the Grizzlies to win the game at Staples Center.
Well, they've got it in their back pocket here. The worst thing should happen to them is overtime.
Emily Stoudemire, and will they get it off in time? It'll kind of a ghost. A break for the Lakers. We are headed to overtime as Stoudemire, off balance, had to send it over to Dante Jones, and we will go to overtime, where the Lakers have a winning record this year, tied at 88.
Well, I guess you better handle this overtime period, because that wasn't in my deal to do another overtime.
I thought you were going to say, because I'm out of here.
I'm out of here. No. Wow, the Lakers dodged a major bullet. Let's see how they recover in the 5-minute overtime session.
Laker basketball on FSN West is brought to you by Gatorade Thirst Quencher. It's in the NBA. Is it in you? Welcome back to overtime. Do you believe it? Lakers are 2-1 in the extra session this year as they're tied at 88 at the end of regulation. Lost to the Nets here at Staples Center, and that was one of those nights where they depended on Kobe a lot. Kobe had a huge night against New Jersey, but they did lose in overtime. And well, Damon Stoudemire with 22. This is their 3rd over the last 5. They lost on Monday night in overtime. They lost at Utah 105-102. They gave away a huge lead, 18-point lead in the second half in Salt Lake City.
Well, let's see if the Lakers play a pretty clean 5-minute overtime, because they're very fortunate to be in overtime, quite frankly, because they had the Grizzlies had a chance there if maybe Stoudemire doesn't lose his footing to win the game in regulation. The Lakers just did not play the final minute of regulation very well.
So the toss, and it's controlled by Chris Mihm. Sasha's out there along with Devin, Kobe, and Lamar Odom. Chris Mihm in the post up against Pau Gasol.
Offensive foul.
Right. Gasol sold it well, didn't he? He hit the deck. I mean, Chris could have just barely touched him, and he was going down. Flyweight. I mean, come on. It's easy to see.
Yeah, I'm not a big lover of the flop or the fall down thing. I think if you fall, unless you just absolutely get bulldozed, you should stay on your feet. If you start falling down, the officials ought to make you just stand up and not even give you the call.
Ball movement by the Grizzlies early on their first possession, but now deep into the shot clock, Mike Miller trying to get around Devin. Sent shot by Gasol. Good look, wasn't it? Air ball. Lamar's got the rebound on the weak side. Kobe in transition. But he's trying to go inside. He will. He'll go right around his man. On the reverse, and he didn't get the finish. Boy, he had a good look, too. Dante Jones the other way. And will it go? No. Sasha all locked up, and it's going to be a loose ball foul on Sasha. Hakeem Warren in a headlock with Sasha there.
Strange, boy. Strange. Missed shot. Sasha's after it. Sasha.
Yeah, he's smart. He grabbed his arm once he was around his counter. So Sasha with the first foul in overtime.
I hope Sasha doesn't complain on that call. Sasha had him all around the head.
Smush has been out since Tuesday.
So he's well rested.
So we've got 4:06 left in overtime. I don't want it. You take it. Who's going to win this one?
And the Grizzlies still haven't led in this one yet, so they have another opportunity here.
Mike Miller off the screen and roll with Gasol. And after that last shot by Gasol, can you blame him? He wants to go to the hole. The sweeping hook, and they've got their first lead of the game. It comes in overtime. 90-88. Let's see if somebody besides Kobe can score in overtime. Devin on the turnaround. Got it. Hughes tied at 90. Don't let him run away and hide. 3:35 left. 18 for Devin. 18 on 8 for 12 from the field for Devin George in his first start. Now Chris Mihm isolated against Gasol. Devin's shadows or shades over that side. We've got only second. Right, first time it's been called tonight. What a time for it to be called. Devin was headed over in that direction. That's who they give it to. So Stoudemire will try to regain the lead.
Well, they called it on Devin George. Said his heels were in the paint, and he wasn't close enough to his man to guard him, to actively guard him. So Damon Stoudemire will shoot the tee, and he's the money from there. Gives the Grizzlies their 1-point lead, and Devin was at the free throw line area. He's guarding Mike Miller. He's there. He steps up. Still in the lane. So.
Wow. Stoudemire trying to get to the paint. Wants to go back to Gasol. 5 on the shot clock. Here comes the double. It'll be Miller with the shot clock down. 4-point lead for the Memphis Grizzlies. 94-90. 3 minutes to play. 14 for Miller, and his first in a long time. High screen and roll. Kobe running right into Chris Mihm. Chris keeps it alive, though. Plenty of time on the shot clock.
This is a major possession for the Lakers still with 2:45 to play.
Smart play. Jones. And the block by Kobe, but a foul first. So a couple of free throws coming up with 2:42 left. Devin George from behind.
Well, mishandle here, and he crossover, most dangerous dribble in basketball as he's exposed. And Jones gets a piece of it, then gets fouled going the other way. So a 4-point lead could go to 6 with 2:42. Still a lot of game left, but it's just the momentum of this game.
Headed in the wrong direction.
Yeah, I mean, ever since the last minute of overtime, the Lakers have been back on their heels, and it's been the Grizzlies that have been the front runners.
Grizzlies winners once and only once. In 19 tries in Los Angeles, and the Lakers will take a timeout, trailing by 6.
Who called a timeout?
Well, they got to take it now. That's what Phil wanted to know.
Phil says it's been like that this evening. trying to rectify it in the final 2:42. But Phil, you've got your work ahead of you.
Just let me tell you this story. Now, you run around here thinking you good. Boy, I played in the state championship. I had 35 points, 15 rebounds, 12 assists.
You telling them bald-headed lies again, Pops.
And 12 blocks.
Please.
Now them numbers. That's quadruple double right there, boy.
That don't make no sense to me.
Don't be jealous, boy. You ain't got it like I got it.
I don't know if I can put up with this thing.
Well, difficult for a lot of people around here to comprehend that the Lakers just can't get it straight at home. And that's the case once again tonight. Well, coming up, Southern California Sports Report with Billy McDonald and Jack Haley. We still have 2:42 left in overtime. Memphis missing so many tonight, and that's the one thing that still sticks with you.
Well, the
missing
Lakers,
Eddie Jones, Shane Battier, and also Bobby Jackson.
Well, they're looking to go under 500 at home here because they're down by 6, 2:42 to play, and they just haven't been able to take care of business when they've been at Staples. And the way they've played in this game, I mean, opportunity to win it in regulation.
Missed free throws.
Make mental mistakes. I mean, that's what would drive me nuts sitting over there on the sidelines, the mental mistakes that they make.
And then 90 seconds, in the final 90 seconds of regulation, 3 veterans missed free throws. Kobe missed one, Lamar missed one, and Devin George missed one. Now, Kobe trying to get the Lakers a little bit closer. They move it well. Lamar up against the rookie, Hakeem Warren. Setting up Devin for the long deuce. Chrisman after it, and it's going to be a loose ball foul. Going the other way.
Shoved him in the back.
Well, Memphis has outscored the Lakers 8-2 in overtime. 4th foul on Chris Mihm. So the Lakers down by 2 possessions have to have a stop here, especially the way things have gone for them offensively.
Well, this is one of those games where very unacceptable loss. If they eventually lose it, which is, down by 6, 2:20 to play, and possession of Memphis, the way they played the last, as I mentioned before, the last minute of regulation, this is going to be a real tough one to swallow.
Stoudemire setting up Gasol. Back to Stoudemire. In a 2-man game, and Kobe took it away and looked on a reach. And now they're going to say not only a reach, but he's on his way up. Interesting. 2 free throws for Pau Gasol. So it's the extreme. Not the stop they were looking for, but a couple for Gasol to the stripe. So the Lakers out of fouls in overtime. And Memphis has not picked up a foul yet in the extra session. Bad to worse. He got any 8-point plays if he hits these two. 2:02 left. Gasol 7 of 9 at the free throw line. Well, they've done a good job. After starting, you ready for this? They've made their last 15 in a row. They started the game 5 for 15 at the free throw line. Now they're 20 for 30.
Yeah, well.
Right, where the Lakers had an opportunity to close the door and missed free throws in the last 90 seconds. Now it's 8. And the Lakers have been outscored 10-2 in overtime.
They need a quick strike.
Kobe may have gotten away with a walk. Mihm blocked by the bottom of the basket, rolls it home.
Now they need a quick steal.
Minute 51 to play. You don't need any more fouls.
Oh, no. They can't put the Grizzlies on the line at all.
98-92.
They're running 2-man game. They're keeping the ball in Stoudemire and Gasol's side of the floor. They're making the Lakers make that adjustment.
Stoudemire beating Smush. Finger rolls it home. Minute 34 to play. 192. Bleak now for the Lakers. Kobe up with the 3. There's the answer. 195. Kobe with 41 points. That's 40 or more the 7th time this year. But can anybody else get a bucket? And now can they get a stop?
Yeah, that's the important thing on the agenda. When they're desperate, so they're trapping.
Stoudemire lost it, and it should be over and back. Yes, he threw it to the backcourt. Tony Brown's not buying for Tello's line, and it was deflected. So the Lakers got the stop. Minute 13 to play.
Fratello, he's trying to sell it, but I don't think they're going to change their mind, Mike.
Yeah, plenty of time. You got to score on this possession, stop, and the next.
Yeah, they've got to be clean for the final minute and 12.
Bushwhacker handing it off to Kobe. Kobe going by his man with contact. It'll go anyway. No call. Kobe makes it a three-point game with 43 on the night. 197, 67 seconds to play. You know the double's coming.
Yeah, and you can't foul either Stoudemire or Mike Miller, even any of them right now, because as you mentioned, second half they've been good.
And it's a one-possession game, and the max of a one-possession game. Stoudemire kicked it out of bounds. No. Wow. Right in front of us, and it looked like it went off Stoudemire, but Eric Stafford's
everybody in the front row is agreeing with you. They all jumped up when he said it was going to be Memphis ball. Stoudemire has it, and all of a sudden knees it right out of bounds.
You got it.
He knees it right out of bounds. Oh, are you kidding me?
Veteran official.
Right off his knee. Now, those are the kind of plays I've said all along that officials are going to miss calls. You cannot miss the obvious one. That one was obvious.
Sure, it is nice to have the whole family in tonight. Wonderful.
Who made this sauce? Pops, you made this?
This food's good, because I made it.
You always putting too much garlic in it. I told you that last time. Just can't learn, huh? You need some assistance around here. I don't know. Something gotta give. Butter. Showtime in the butter. Pass the butter. Pass the butter. What is wrong with you? Wake up.
The Lakers have put themselves in this position, but they didn't get any breaks right before we went to the timeout with 52.8 to play.
On the sideline, ball goes right off the knee of Damon Stoudemire right there. Bam, out of bounds. Clear view. And the call goes Memphis ball.
Yeah, and if it's off Smush, it's not going in that direction to begin with. They bring it into Gasol. Now Stoudemire with 8 on the shot clock. Got to get the stop. Good look. Too strong. Kobe's got the glass. Here come the Lakers down by 3. Kobe, will he go for 3? No. Jumps it into Devin. Devin back out. They share it. Lamar. And that's Kobe getting deep. Mike Miller with the foul.
Not a bad foul, though.
No. That'll slow it down with 32.4 to play. First in the final 2 minutes. So the Lakers will bring it in. They'll put 14 on the clock. The Lakers bring it into the offensive end, and the Lakers still have 2 full timeouts remaining. This might be where you want to call one. It'll be a Laker timeout.
Well, I thought that Damon Stoudemire did a good job of closing on a wide-open Devin George and stopped him from taking the shortest 3 in the game, the one in the corner. So coming back, we'll see what happens with 14 on the 24.
Welcome back once again to Staples Center. Time running out of the Lakers, but they do have the ball in the offensive end. 32.4 to play, and got to believe he's going to touch it again.
Well, he's hit the big 3. That really helped the Lakers' cause after they were down by 8, and then followed that up with a runner. So he's got the last 5 for the Lakers, but what the Lakers need here is a definite score because there's only 32 seconds, and they have to do it, not at the buzzer at the shot clock, because if they let 14 more seconds go off, then they're going to get put into a foul situation, and they do not want to do that.
It'll be brought in by Devin George. Smush is still out there along with Kobe, Lamar, and Chris Mihm. First touch is Chris Mihm. Now here comes the pick for Kobe from Mihm. Kobe going to the hole, off the glass. 1-point game, 24 seconds to
look
play.
At the clock. They're in a foul situation. Exactly 24 seconds. The Grizzlies do not have to shoot the basketball.
Well, now you pick your poison. Who is it? And on the entry, they want Damon Stoudemire to get the basketball.
Well, whoever gets it, they have to foul.
Right.
As soon as they touch the ball, don't wait. Because if they wait, they're going to be in deeper trouble than they're in right now.
The Lakers were outscored early in overtime, and now they have 7 unanswered over the last 90 seconds to make a game of it. But still, 24 seconds to play.
Well, the key, though, is scoring with Kobe. As soon as the ball is scored, the clock should stop. So did Kobe score and the clock stop exactly at 24 seconds?
Yeah, there was 6 left on the shot clock.
Well,
They brought it in with 32-point-plus left.
There's exactly 24 left now, so the Lakers know what they have to do. Try to force Hakeem Moore to come to the ball, foul him, but whoever gets the ball.
And it's interesting Stoudemire's bringing it in.
Very interesting, but they're working on the assumption they're going to get it into him and back to him.
Into the back
foul
court,
him.
Gasol, that's it, right. That's it. He wanted a foul. Now here comes Stoudemire spinning, willing to get it across the line. He calls a timeout.
Oh, the Grizzlies are playing right into the Lakers' hands here.
17.3 to play. Now, they've got to get into the offensive end on the inbounds pass because they've already used 17.3.
Well, let's see what the Lakers do about this situation now because they had the guy, a big guy with the ball. You can't be choosy as to who you foul.
The Grizzlies with only 1.3 to get it across the timeline. Otherwise, it's going to be an 8 count. Don't forget Jack Haley, Bill McDonald. They're coming up with the Southern California Sports Report right after this titanic battle. Lakers down by a point, 100-99. Grizzlies out of timeouts. Now let's see if the Lakers put a big guy on the inbounds to defend.
No, they're not. They're putting Smush on Stoudemire. And a lot of coaches want their best passer to pass the ball in, and I think Mike Fratello says that's Damon Stoudemire, so he's put the ball in his hands. So let's see how the Lakers defend against this pass to the front court.
Coming to the offensive end, and it's overthrown almost. Now thrown away. Chris Mihm with the steal. Here come the Lakers. 12 seconds to play in overtime. Kobe working on Jones down to the baseline. The reverse not there. Mihm keeps it alive. Mihm trying to get back up. Does he get the roll? No. Tapped out, and that'll do it. Grizzlies survive, escape. Great looks for the Lakers inside, but they lose in overtime by a point.
Everything was set up there for the Lakers to do it. They forced the Grizzlies into a terrible inbounds pass, get possession of the ball with about 13 seconds, go down and come up bone dry. Damon Stoudemire, yeah, you're the player of the game, 25 and 9, and you really did the job down the stretch for your club. But the pass in was bad, and all of a sudden Powell just throws it in bounds. The Lakers have it. They've got the clock, they got the ball, and they don't come up with anything here. And Kobe screamed at the officials that he was fouled and kept tapping at it. Chris Mihm, I thought, was going to try to go up and try to, attack more of the rim as opposed to the jump hook.
Right.
Put the officials in a position where they either call a clean block or a foul. They come up with nothing, and the Memphis Grizzlies win an overtime game, one the Lakers are going to be thinking about for a long time.
Yeah, Chris Mihm going up with it. Man, hit by Hakeem Warwick. I saw that live. I just wanted to know if it was that much, and it was. He cracked him real good on the arm. And that's what Kobe was complaining about, I think, more than anything else. But you're not going to get that call that late.
Well, you should. If it's a foul in the first minute, it should be a foul in the last.
So the Lakers miss free throws, cost them as they lose in overtime, and now they're under 500 on their home floor at 6-7. Only a game over 500 overall now at 15-14. Let's head over now to the Southern California Sports Report and join Billy McDonald and Jack Haley.